would you envision Stu returning to Scream 5?
Scarred. Well, he's not in 5, I'll tell you that. But whenever he comes back somewhere in the future, because that's what happens in horror movies all the time, they bring the killers back. He's scarred, but yet handsome with great abs.
He feels he didn't die.
I didn't, dude. I will throw a TV on my face right now to prove it. On TV, I will be like, here's the deal. This 2-ton TV, I'm going to throw on my face. And if I die, then I will let this moment go.
I think the TVs now you wouldn't die, but the TVs back then you definitely would.
I would not die. I would not die. They had to add those sparks. Those sparks aren't real.
So I would like to argue on behalf of the stupidheads out there that he is still alive.
Welcome. I'm making sure I'm all turned on and unmuted. Hey guys, welcome. Visitors, subscribers, and Cravenites alike. Welcome to Craven Something Scary. Sorry, I'm getting things set up around here. Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. And here we are on a Wednesday night. And I said, you know what? Let's do a live stream. I did a live stream this morning, kicking back with Craven, my weekly morning live streams where it's kind of chill and relaxed, have a little music playing, try it out this morning. And I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and have another live stream tonight. Why not? Let's have 2 in one day. Let's break a record. I don't know if that's actually a record. Probably not. But either way, so I decided to come back. Now, you guys who've been here for a while on the streams lately, you know I have been fighting some voice issues, and for the last week or so, a little over a week. And as you can tell, if you've heard streams last week compared to now, you probably see it's a little stronger now. It's definitely on the mend. However, it's not fully restored. It's not 100%. So I'm going to probably limit tonight's stream to maybe a couple of hours instead of the usual, what, I don't know, take your pick. 4 hours, 8 hours, 5 hours, more than 2. Let's just put it that way. Certainly more than 2. I went for an hour this morning, about an hour and 10 minutes, and I had to call it a night because my throat was giving out. But, I've been real easy on it all day. I have not done a video today, which I hate that because I have things to make content on. I've got a couple of videos where I'm ready to record, but I decided to wait. And tomorrow I'll be putting out at least one video, Halloween video tomorrow. It's a theory video, but I think it's an interesting one and one that I don't really hear a lot of people talking about. So I'm going to tease that for you now for tomorrow. But anyway, I decided to rest it today and just come back tonight to spend some time with my peeps, my Cravenites, my subscribers, and yes, my visitors who are here perhaps for the very first time. And speaking of visitors and people here, you amazing folks, who do we got tonight? Well, Ghostface Fanatic, I see you here. Denisha, what is up, Denisha? Glad you're here. 2 Cravenites in the house. And speaking of Ghostface Fanatic, bringing it in right at the beginning with a $10 super chat. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you so much, Ghostface Fanatic. The High Elder in the Cult of Craven. Welcome. And let's see what we got here, Ghostface Fanatic. Kicking us off already. Kicking it off with a bang. Yes, sir. That's a way to start. What do you think about the Ghostface cult? And what do you think about the idea that Stu is the cult leader? I don't really like that idea too much. Like, I don't want no ceremony stuff. Okay, yeah. All right, so let me clarify. First of all, I love the idea of a stew cult. I am like 1,000% bought in, all my chips on that. Because, and I think it already has started. I think it started in Scream 5. I think that I think Stu is the author, or the originator, I guess author is the best word, the creator, if you will, of the Dreaded thread. This is my theory, totally my own theory, but I'm going, this is what I'm thinking. He is the author of that thread that Richie and Amber came together on. He's behind that. And guess what? Reddit, just like our real life Reddit or any other message board or site, Twitter, whatever, it's worldwide. So I think that Stu Macher is recruiting people, and not in the sense of like ceremony, like cult, like that kind of stuff. I don't think that at all. I think the way I use cult of crave as an expression is that they're just devotees. They are much like, hey, the cult of Craven, right? We're not sacrificing animals, or we're not having no crazy ceremonies. No. We're having a good time, but we're all in this together, the Cravenites. So, of course, I'm not saying go out and do bad things to people. My gosh, by any means. But for him, I don't even think he considers it even a cult. I think it's just a word that we can use to, like, all of us get it, like, right? Like we get that phrase when someone says a cult. Oh, you've got a group of devotees following someone. That's what we know traditionally speaking. So, and in this situation with Stu, he is really wanting, obviously, to cause harm. So I think he's recruiting people all over the place, which is why when that analogy came out, or not analogy, but the rumor came out that there could be killings on multiple locations. To me, it just fit right in. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. That is absolutely in perfect alignment with the Stu cult idea. It makes total sense, because that Dreaded thread in Scream 5 is nationwide. It's worldwide. So it would not be crazy to have someone in California and someone in New York or Florida or Montana or wherever involved. So I see it like this. I think he's the cult leader in terms of, it's not in a religious sense, okay? Because we know typically cults in a religious sense, where you perhaps have a lot of things that are involved ceremonially. There we go. But in this case, Ghostface Fanatic, I think what it is, when using the term cult, it's just a way to recruit people and manipulate these people into doing his bidding, into doing his deeds, what he wants done. And so he posts this thread, and he's fishing, like you go fishing. He's fishing for people that are vulnerable, people that are easy to control, is the best way to say it. Easy to control. They're vulnerable. They're people that are perhaps in places in their life where they're having a lot of issues, and he can step in and fill that void and earn their trust. And then, as in the whole process of this, they don't realize they're being groomed slowly but surely to the point where they would be willing to kill for him. And I think that's what's happening. So that's why I'm all for it. I'm with you on the ceremony stuff. I think, again, totally different. I don't think it's a religious cult. I think it is a killing cult of devotees who are so loyal to Stu Macher that they will do anything for him. And there's going to be people at different stages of that, right? There's going to be people that some are ready to kill. There'll be some that aren't ready to kill. They're not even sure if they want to continue. But that's the grooming process. That's what he's been doing all of this time. So, there's a lot of ways you could go with it from there. But that's in a nutshell. Ghostface Fanatic, thank you for the $10 super chat. Those are my thoughts. That's everything. I laid it all out there on what I think about the Ghostface cult for Stu. And so maybe if you think of it that way, maybe it won't be kind of as weird for you to get on board with it. Because yeah, if it was like all ceremonial, kind of in a religious sense, I would not like that at all. No, I'm with you on that. I don't watch Scream for that. So great job. Thank you, sir. Great question. Great super chat. What a way to start off this live stream. What's up, Jen? What's happening, Jim? Jen. I said Jim, but I meant Jen. Val, I see Val popped in earlier, and I think she's already over on Marcus's stream. What's up, Polar? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up, Heather? See Heather's in the chat. Yo, you were just in Sledgehammer Horror's Live? Oh, nice. Rock on. Coop. Oof. Man, there's a lot of green tonight. Cravenite after Cravenite. What's up, Coop? Let's see. Who else do we have? Hey, Maverick. What's happening, man? Glad you're here, buddy. Hope you can kick back and hang out, man. Hang out for a couple hours. Conrad, yo, what's up, dude? Again, moderators, like Jen, I know you're Jen, you're here, Maverick, you're both moderators. I'm way behind on the chat, so I'm like 15 minutes behind. So I know you guys got it locked down. I'm not rushing here at all. I know you guys are all over it. Let's see. Hey, Rawhead Nick, what's up, dude? What is shaking, bro? I'm telling you, the Cravenites are just pouring in. This is awesome, guys. Jackie, hey, Jackie. What's going on? Nice seeing you, Jackie. It's been so weird with Jack being out of commission. I talked to Jack earlier today. My good friend, Jack Stanis. You guys know him here on the channel. I talked to him for a good while on a project that him and I are working on with some other folks. And we're going to get back to that slasher series soon. Ghostface. Not Fanatic, just Ghostface. What's up, man? Good to see you. Kiki, Stew Train Countdown. You better believe it. Absolutely. What's up, Nanette? Good to see you back. All right. Make yourself at home, my friend. I'm just going to hang out. I'm laid back tonight. I'm just chilling with you guys. We're going to talk some Scream 6. And you just, you never know where we're going to go. Heather says, F yeah. That's how you start. Absolutely. All righty. Let's see. Dino, what's up, Dino? More Cravenites in the house. I can watch Matthew Lillard videos all day. Hey, I heard that, man. And Dino, since you're a Cravenite, don't forget, next month in June, the members only, Cravenite only, members only watch party is going to be 13 Ghosts with Matthew Lillard, as selected by the Cravenites Saturday night. So, yeah. Who else do we got? What's up, Stella? Good to see you. Nah, you're just on time. You're all right. I think I missed something here. Hang on a second. Did I? Yeah, I did. For some reason, my chat just like, just, you like that sound? Just shot off. That's okay. I'm backing up. Polar liked that intro. Rock on. Hashtag Stu is alive. Oh, hey. What's going on? Cody, what's up? Our newest Cravenite. So listen, if you were not here this morning on my morning stream, if you're a Cravenite tonight, give lots of love to Cody. He just joined as a channel member this morning on the channel, and thus his name is now Green. And give him lots of love. Once again, Cody, I want to tell you one last time, since you just joined today, welcome to the inner circle of the cult of Craven. Yes, you will now drink and eat from the benefits of being a member of being in the inner circle. And guys, if anyone here who is not a member and you want to be in that inner circle, just click that join button right next to subscribe. You can join on the live stream right now, just like Cody did this morning. All right. Ben Tramer. What's up, Ben Tramer? Hey, Becky. How you doing tonight? Good to see you, Becky. I'm doing good. My voice is feeling pretty good right now, so I'm just kind of taking it easy. I may have to occasionally mute myself so I don't blow out your eardrums by coughing. I know you wouldn't want to hear that. But I'm doing pretty good. What's up, Canada man? How you doing, Canada man? It's always good to hear from you. You're always so encouraging. Hi, Craven. Hi. What are your thoughts on maybe Stu coming back to help stop what he and Billy started? Might sound silly. No, it doesn't sound silly. I mean, I've heard several people talk about him having a redemption arc, so it's not silly at all. It's interesting, really, if you think about it. You know, he's seeing Stu come back on a redemption arc where he's, kind of helps save the day. Me personally, just my own personal preference here, I just don't want to really see that as much. I want to see him savage. Because, if he comes back, unless it is a redemption arc, which in this case, this sentence isn't valid. If Stu comes back, he's reformed and he helps save the day, he, learned from his ways, all that, it could be interesting and he could actually live. Like, they wouldn't have to kill him. But the heroes always die at the end of the day, unless you're in a Marvel movie. But even in the Marvel movies, they die. They just bring them back all the time, right? But I think if Stu comes back, he's going to get one shot. Radio Silence has one shot to do this in 6 or in 7. And got a cough drop in my mouth, so you have to pardon me every now and then for moving around. I think I still say this, 7 is really where I'd like to see it happen. I'd like 6 to build more on the idea of Stu coming back. I have 2 Stu videos that I've done the last few days. The last one I did was the clues for Stu in Scream 5. And I would like to continue to see them build upon that. But listen, I'm not complaining if he's back in 6. Trust me. So it's interesting, Canada man, and I don't hate the idea. So let me get that right. I don't hate the idea of a redemption arc. I just personally prefer him to come back as a savage. As I mentioned, they have one shot. You're going to bring him back, and he needs to come in and just absolutely be the most brutal Ghostface we've seen yet. Even more brutal than Scream 1. It needs to be insane brutality. And it's Stu friggin' Mocker at the end. And of course, as much as I love my man Stu, who's my favorite character, he will die savagely in that movie. They will have to it'll be a death where you won't recover. I mean, we're talking Michael Myers type stuff like wood chipper, decapitation, that kind of like for Michael Myers. The only way he's gonna die is if I see him in a wood chipper. Otherwise, he's gonna live. And so I guarantee you they'll make sure that Stu is killed in such a way that the only time we'll ever see him after that is going to either be through flashbacks or if they just retcon it all, which could happen too. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it, Canada man. Great question. And don't get me wrong, I would not hate it. I just would prefer to see it coming out with a vengeance. What's up, Wayne Turner? Good to see you, man. Coop says, I like the idea of a Stu Cole. Care what matter it does. I know not. Yeah. I mean, hey, man, I do like it. Craven says, can you do a video on the following? Hey, I really should, right, Polar? I really should do that. Just real quick, I won't spend a lot of time talking about it, but just a real quick story. The following is written by Kevin Williamson. It's a television show on Fox. They did 3 seasons of it, and that show is obviously there's modifications, but essentially that script is what Kevin Williamson wrote for Scream 3. It was supposed to be the Stu Macher cult that he was leading from prison in Scream 3. That's the movie we were all supposed to have gotten, was Stu Macher alive in Scream 3 with the cult. They cut it because of Columbine. They had to just completely do aside with that. And so what we got was instead what we have. But what Kevin Williamson did was he took that script and that story and he sold it to Fox. And Fox bought it and changed the name to The Following. And so if you haven't watched that series, you should definitely check it out. It's definitely worth watching for sure. One second here. All right. Definitely want to check it out. All right, guys. Look, hey, I see we've got like 45, 46 people in the chat with 24 thumbs up. Oh, no. I thought you guys were having a good time. What's going on, man? Dude, do me a favor. Smash that thumbs up button, please. It really helps out the live stream, and it also helps it out when it goes into replay mode. So, Polar, I definitely might absolutely do that. Let's take a look here. Now let me try to get caught up, because I'm still quite a bit behind. I see we've got some role play going on in the chat, which I think is great. Have fun, guys, with your role play. That's awesome. Jason, what's happening? Jason, hope you have an awesome night, Craven. Well, same for you, man. I hope you are as well. So, guys, just in case that you did not hear the news, I got some super chats here. Hang on a second. Where'd they go? My chat's being a little wonky, so bear with me here. I got my little notification here, and I'm trying to find the chat. While I'm looking for the super chats, because I know there's a couple. In case y'all haven't heard the news yet, the budget for Scream 6 has come out at $35 million. So just in case you are not aware of that yet, we have we've got a budget increase for the movie, which is really great, because we've got Scream 5 was made for $24 million. Now we're at $35 million. So we can talk more about that. So start thinking in the chat, and as I start to catch up, I'm still about 10 minutes, maybe just under 10 minutes behind. Actually, I am at 10 minutes behind in the chat. So just bear with me as I'm getting through your comments. I'm about a 10-minute lag. So what you type now, I probably won't see for 10 minutes. So just remember that when you're writing your comments. But I'd like to know, what would you do with that extra $10 or $11 million in the budget money for Scream 6? If you're radio silence and you have an opportunity to make changes based on what we saw in Scream 5, how would you spend the money? That would be interesting for us to chat about. And you know what else is interesting are some super chats that have come through here. And I've got one right here from Mr. Bobby. What's up, Bobby? From Bobby's Breakdowns. What of a director's cut level Cravenite. I can't sleep, so here's some money. Last day tomorrow. Well, thanks, Bobby. I'm sorry you can't sleep. That's no good. Especially if you're needing to sleep or trying to sleep. But I do appreciate the super chat, my man. Very much. Thank you, man. One second, guys. Okay. Thank you, Bobby. Always great to hear from you and see you. Appreciate the support, my man. I hope you get some rest. Maybe the sound of my voice will somehow be a soothing balm to your ears. And Ghostface Fanatic coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, man. So, do you think that radio silence will continue? Where's it at? Where am I? Oh, here you go. Will continue to make the Scream films, and can you trust them moving forward with Scream 6? I'm concerned somewhat. Yeah, I am concerned as well. I'm giving them benefit of the doubt because they didn't destroy Scream 5. So I'm thankful for that because it could have been a horrible movie because with such pressure on them. But I wanted, real quick, guys. I have a message here. So I was looking at my phone. I put a message from Jack Stannis. And Jack says, tell everyone in the stream that Jack Stannis will return soon. So there you go, man. That's from Jack. I'm going to let him know I just told them. There we go. So Jack Stannis will be back soon. And I'll be having him on the channel again soon as well. My good friend Jack. All right, so Ghostface Fanatic, here's my thing with Radio Silence. I think they did enough for me, okay? This is speaking for myself. They did enough for me that I'm cautiously optimistic is the phrasing I'm using, is that I'm cautiously optimistic that they're going to do a good job with 6, but they do have a lot on their hands. And part of the problem is that they have got the core 4, right? That's my term, which is starting to spread. I love hearing it spread. Fate's using it now. I'm hearing it others. It's fun. But the core 4 are back. And then we've got Kirby back. And you got to have backstory for Kirby, right? You can't just throw Kirby into the movie like you did Gale, where you really don't need a lot of backstory. Just a little bit of dialogue lets us know what's up with Gale. She's in New York on a TV show. Okay, she's divorced. That's all we need. We got that in like less than a minute. But the problem is, or potential problem is, you can't do that with Kirby. All right? Because Kirby has been gone for so long. And when we last saw Kirby, I mean, she was, most people thought she was dead, that she didn't survive. And so with that, they're going to have some work to do. They have some work to do. They're going to have to give us dedicate at least a few minutes. And I say a few minutes of catching us up with what's going on with Kirby, what she's been doing. And the reason I say that's potentially a problem is because you've got to build the characters. You've got to get development. We've got to get more from Mindy and Chad. They have to give them a chance to give us more development. Let us see their personalities. Let us see them, and to the point where we actually begin to really care about them. Not just say, oh, I liked Mindy. I thought she was good. Or I liked Tara. Now we got more from Tara and Sam because they were the featured two, especially Sam. She got the most. But with Mindy and Chad, we had a couple of scenes, but that's it. It really wasn't that much. So if you think about it. And so they're going to have to build them if they're going to want us to care about them. But the issue is, let's say Gail is back, right? I think she's coming back. She's not yet officially announced it. I think that maybe because Radio Silence is trying to space out these announcements. They don't want to do it all up front. So they're going to wait and make it more of a bigger deal. And I think the same with Sydney. So if Sydney, if Nev comes back, but with Gail, I think she'll be there. So you're going to have Gail, you're going to have Kirby, you're going to have the core 4. So you got 6 returning characters. That's a lot. That's a lot of characters coming back for this movie. And then you're going to have to add more, obviously, because you're going to have killers. You're going to have victims to be killed. So if you add another 6 characters, which is not unreasonable, because remember Scream 5, how many were there? The core cast was 13. Very unlucky 13 for a lot of them. And so you've got a situation now where you could potentially have another 13 people in this movie. And with all of these people, the risk and the danger of this is that if radio silence cannot write, and it's not even just radio silence, it's James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick who are really writing the story. I mean, radio silence can help because they can take those scenes on paper and, manufacture them into a way that they can help the story for sure. But if Guy and James don't do a good job of writing these characters, parts, giving them some space so that we get to know them better, they're going to run a real risk of us not really caring about them. It's just the truth of it. So that's the only thing I'm nervous about. So I do trust them, but I'm also not blindly trusting them, Ghostface Fanatic. I'm calling it more being cautiously optimistic. And this is a huge movie. I've said this before, back when they announced it, that Scream 6 is the biggest movie of their lives, even bigger than 5, in my opinion. Because in 5, they were able to rest, not that they were lazy directors, I don't mean that, but they were able to lean, let's say that's a better word, lean on the laurels, lean on the coattails of Wes Craven. And they knew, all of us Wes Craven fans, all of us diehard OG fans, we're going to be there. We're going to watch that movie and going in to support, Paramount Studios for bringing back our franchise. And we did. $150 million. We did it. We showed up and I myself went twice in the theater. Some of you went a lot more than that even. So multiple viewings. But that period of grace is over now. Radio silence now cannot continue to do that. They have to step up, and make a radio silence Scream film. And it's going to determine, in my mind, whether we look back at this current, trilogy, we'll call it for now, assuming we get a 7. Let's just assume it for right now. Because I think this movie's going to make at least what it did for Scream 5. I think so. So, assuming we get a 7, will we look back as fans on this current trilogy and say, man, that was amazing? Like, maybe it wasn't Wes. It's not going to be Wes Craven. We know that, but it was great. They did a great job. They nailed it. Or will we look back and say, man, what could have been? What a missed opportunity. It's such a shame. It's going to be probably one of those, or it'll be somewhere in the middle, where we're like, you know what? They didn't destroy the franchise, but they didn't elevate it either. It was okay. So one of those boats we're going to all be getting into personally when we make our decision after this trilogy's over. But I say that 6 is a very, very crucial film for radio silence, because it's going to either show the potential of what they can do by really, really raising the bar, or they're going to lean back on Wes again, and we're going to have another Wes Craven / radio silence, but not really Wes Craven because no one can do it like him, but enough of his influence where we're reminded that they're not Wes Craven, and that's a problem. What I want to see is a movie that I don't think of Wes other than saying Wes would be proud, right? That's what I want to think of. when I watch 6. I want to say, man, I think Wes would be absolutely thrilled with how this movie was done. I don't want to say, oh man, okay, there's some Wes Craven they put in there. There's Wes Craven they put in over there. In 5, I understood it. And that's why I never complained about that. I never did. I always was the first to say with 5 that they did a good job of bringing Wes's influence into the movie. I mean, that whole kitchen scene, man, the whole kitchen scene with Wes Hicks, that is Wes Craven 101 out of his playbook. And I loved it. I said, oh, this is an homage. This is something I would see in a Wes Craven movie. And so, anyway, Ghostface Fanatic, it's a very long answer, but I wanted to go into that in detail because I think it's an important question. And as always, man, you're banging it out tonight, out of the ballpark with these questions. All right, thanks for the super chat again, brother. And my good friend Alex, what's up, Alex, with the $2 super chat? I think it's time to be a member. Oh, well, Alex, that would be awesome, man. Again, thank you for your super chat, buddy. Appreciate your support. And I would love for you to be a Cravenite. That's awesome. And remember, if you want to do that, Alex, all you got to do is simply hit that join button. Sorry, my mind blanked out. The join button, and it's right next to the subscribe button. You'll see it there. And speaking of which, thank you, Alex. Appreciate you. And speaking of that, let's take a look here. I want to acknowledge all of my Cravenites, my channel members, because you guys are amazing. And I appreciate your monthly support so very much. So when you click that join button next to subscribe, you'll have several layers to pick from. And here they are. You'll be able to pick from the Craven Cut channel members, which is my top tier. You'll have the director's cut. And let me take off the banner for a second. There we go. And the extended cut. I want to give you guys some screen time because I appreciate all that you do to support me and this channel and the content. You also have an opportunity to be a Final Cut member. Appreciate all of you guys. A lot of you are here in the chat right now. At least you were 15 minutes ago, because that's where I'm at. If you're gone, then I'll catch you next time, but hopefully you're still here. And then finally, you can also become a First Cut member. So, and you see there at the bottom is Cody. That's our newest member, just joined today. And Cody, if you're still here, I remember I told you this morning that I would have my slides updated for the next live stream or video, and you would be in it. And I'm a man of my word. And there you are, sir, on the list of the inner circle of the Cult of Craven. Thank all of you on that list for all of your support, guys. As a content creator, it is the biggest compliment one can receive that you enjoy the content to the point that you'll use your hard-earned dollars to support more content from me. So thank you, guys. Genuinely, thank you very much. All right, I know I'm way, way, way behind on the chat. And so let's take a look here. Oh yeah, by the way, just while I before I forget it, Ghostface Fanatic has a channel. He is a content creator. He's not only a Cravenite and a great friend here to the channel, and always faithful in the live chats and with great content, great questions, and so generous with the super chats. And he also has a channel. So be sure you guys check it out. He posts a lot of content, and Ghostface Fanatic, he just speaks from the heart, man. He just fires it up, tells you what's on his mind, and lets you comment on it and engage with, in a discussion. Good stuff. And he puts out a lot of content. It's all Scream 6, Scream 5. So be sure and subscribe to his channel, please. Just simply search for his name in the search engine. It'll come up. And so Ghostface Fanatic, again, man, thank you so much. Jen Warner says, get those tentacles up and smash that thumbs up button. Thank you. Yes. Appreciate you guys hitting that thumbs up. What's up, Extron? I see you here. I want to see Ghostface break some bones like he did to Tara in 5. Oh, man. That was brutal, wasn't it? Seriously brutal. Okay, let's see. What's up, JJ? JJ says with $11 million, get some international stars. Okay. And have better location shots. Oh, yeah. 100% agree. That's one thing I will tell you that I was very disappointed about with Scream 5. And I've talked to you many times about how much I disliked, or not disliked, but didn't appreciate and really care for the cinematography in the movie, because everything was so tightly shot. And, compared to like Wes Craven's style, not that I'm going to always compare them to Wes, but in all fairness, they're doing a Scream film. It's inevitable, and I think they know that. But with Wes's cinematography being nice and wide, and we didn't really get any of that, very, very little of that. The widest shot that I think we got in the whole movie, and making sure I'm right, I'm pretty sure the only one we got was the opening after the title card. When we've got the camera panning down on the crane for Cardinal, the bowling alley. That was a nice wide shot. But most of the rest of that movie was very, very tight. So, anyway, better location shots. And the reason I said that is location shots only work if we can see them. So I agree. More locations and widen those lenses. You can do it. All right. Polar's got a great question. The original script for 3 had to be changed to the Columbine. That's right. Do you think they're going to take a different route and Colt be adults and not teens? I mean, it's an interesting question, because if the Stu Colt idea that I really want to have happen comes to pass, then obviously, I mean, look, Richie was interesting because Richie was in his 20s, right? He was not a teenager. So I think they and I think another thing too, the climate now overall, I mean, certain events certainly exclude this, like what happened in my state yesterday, which is just a horrific, horrific tragedy. But overall, climate-wise, I think that movie coming out in, March of next year, they could get away with that even. It would be, I think they're okay. What hurt Scream 3 was that Columbine happened and they were like right about to shoot. They were like three weeks, Matthew Lillard said, from shooting. So in this case, I think it'd be all right. But either way, though, Polar, they could recruit adults too, because I say Richie was an adult. And if this is true and he's part of that cult, then yeah, absolutely. I think they could use adults instead of teens. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen! Oh boy, we got ourselves a new Cravenite in the house. What's up, Alex Da Santiago? What's up, Alex? Man, thank you so much. Ladies and gents, all of my Cravenites, you know what we do every time a new Cravenite comes in. Let's go, guys. Let's get in and give them a virtual hug. And Alex, I get to tell you something I love to say, is that, Alex, you're no longer a subscriber. You're now in the inner circle of the cult of Craven. My man, you are a Cravenite. Welcome to the family. Everybody in the chat, welcome Alex. Give him some love. Welcome to the family. Welcome him into the inner circle. This is the place to be, guys. So, Alex, you'll be getting an invitation for my Cravenites only live stream in June, where we're going to watch 13 Ghosts. Thank you, man. Really appreciate you becoming a channel member. That's so awesome. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Denisha says, tell Jack that we miss him. Happy he's coming back soon. I sure will. It's so funny because he texted me back, and I told him I told you guys, and he said that he's watching the live stream while sitting in a movie theater while the previews are on for Doctor Strange previews. So that's dedication at the movie theater, watching the live stream. What's up, John? Thank you so much, man. Glad you're here. All right, I believe a super chat has come in. Let me catch up here, guys, and make sure. Got us a couple here. All right, yeah, we do. Julian in the house. Hey, Julian, with the $2 super chat. Thank you, friend. Thank you for your support. It says, do you think Scream franchise will decrease if Sid dies? Yes. Now, yes and no. So my answer to you, let me do the yes part first. Because the OG fans, the original fans, the legacy fans, whatever term you would like to use, like myself, who was in Scream 1 in the theaters, the legacy fans, if Sydney dies, and I ask people this all the time, like both on the streams, in video comments, in conversations, direct messages. Oh, pardon me, swallowed wrong. I talk about this quite often, believe it or not. And the general consensus that I get from people that I talk to when it comes to Sydney dying, overwhelmingly, is it would not be a good thing at all for the franchise or the directors that do it. Now, there are some who are ready to move on from Sydney, and so it's not like there's no one saying that. There's a lot of folks that are also on the other side who are ready to move on and say goodbye. Personally, I want her to be involved, and I think the difference is there's a difference between not being involved and dying, being killed. That's the difference. I think that if Sydney was to go on and live a happy life with Mark and the kids at some point, and maybe at the end of this trilogy, like after 7, or even if it's later, I think as long as that moment happens where she's not back because she is living a happy life, that will be accepted much, much better. Now, will it decrease? That hinges, Julian, in my mind, on how well the new characters win the hearts of the audience. That is up to these new characters, because I'm telling you, can they continue to have Tara? She's a rising star, so we don't know how long that they'll be able to keep her in the franchise or a part of it and can afford her salary. So we'll have to see. Melissa, Mindy, we don't know. Some of these people are going to die inevitably, but if you keep Sam and Tara alive, which most likely that's the safe route to go, then it's absolutely good. It's going to depend on how well they write these characters and how much the actors in those roles win you and me over. If we love Tara, and I actually really do like the character of Tara, I'm very excited to see where we're going to go with her. And Melissa Barrera as Sam, I'm giving her a chance. You guys all know I've been very upfront. I wasn't a fan of her performance in that movie, but that could also be how it was written. So if she had not been heavily medicated as a character, I would have been beyond disappointed. But the fact that they included that, I'm giving her a chance. So I want to see more from her in 6. But I think that's the bottom line, man. If we love the new characters, then we're going to be sticking around and want to see more of them. But if we don't, if they don't connect with us or us with them, rather, man, it's going to be rough without the OG. And Sydney cannot die. All right, that's my opinion. She cannot die, Julian. She cannot. She said she won't return if she's going to be killed. And I don't think that's a wise move for Radio Silence to kill her off at all. Got another super chat here. Want to make sure that I get to Ghostface Fanatic. Thank you, brother. Coming in with the $5 super chat. It says, if I was a stuntman, I would want to do the stunts for Ghostface and Leatherface. Mostly Ghostface, though. Oh, man. Could you imagine that? Wow. That's what a job. What a really cool job. And I'm not going to say anything too specific, but I am going to share with you guys. And I don't have anything locked down yet on a date or anything like this, which is why I'm being a little bit reserved or not quite as forthcoming, because I want to wait until I have the details. But I'm going to tell you, Ghostface Fanatic and everyone listening, I'm in the middle of working on getting an interview locked down for someone who has played Ghostface. Yes, indeed. I'm not going to say which movie or which stuntman, but I will just tell you this. I'm actively, in the next 2 weeks, actively working on nailing down this particular individual. And if it all goes as planned, I will be interviewing them at some point in the month of June. And they are a stuntman who performed the stunt work as Ghostface in one of the movies. There you go. Breaking. I haven't shared that before tonight. I've been working on it for a while, and stay tuned. Thank you, Ghostface Fanatic. I don't blame you, brother. I would do the same. That's really cool. So we very well might be getting a ghost face, excuse me, stuntman appearance. Yep. Guys know I'm always working. I'm always trying. Let's take a look here. Let's see. I want to make sure I haven't missed any super chats here. Hang on. I think I might have missed some. My chat keeps on scrolling. Make sure. I need a little Jeopardy song. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I did find one here that I missed for some reason, but I found it. Okay. I'm coming, guys. I'm so far behind. Just bear with me. I promise I'm going to get to every single one of your chats. Don't worry. Let's see. Jen says, I sent you an important super chat. Really? I haven't seen it, Jen. Okay. Hey, Jen, if you can give me a timestamp, I would appreciate that greatly. If you have a timestamp on that. All right. I do have a couple others though, and I'm going to go in the order. Okay. I see. Hey, there's Cody, one of our next newest, our second newest Cravenite, second person to join today as a channel member. It's an honor, and it's Candyman 2021 worth watching. Man, I'll tell you what, that is a movie that I was aware of. I did a trailer reaction on it on my other channel. It slipped through, I've yet to see it, dude. I know that's gonna shock you. I have not seen the Candyman remake. I know I'm gonna be getting lots of people going crazy on me in the chat, but I'm going to. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to watch it. I want to see it. It was one of those movies where I was like, when I got the trailer came out, I was like, oh yeah, man. And then other stuff started happening and coming out, and I just never got back. So anyway, Cody, it's a great question. I wish I could tell you, but I will say this: I plan to watch it in the next couple of weeks, and so hit me up again, maybe in a week or two, if you're on a live stream, and ask me again, and I'll let you know. Thanks for the super chat, Cody. And again, it's an honor for me to have you as a Cravenite. Thank you, buddy. All right, Jen, hang on a second. Hold on. Jen, I'm going to get to, I don't know if you had a chance to find it yet, or Jen or not. I'm going to keep looking. It might just be hiding from me. All right, let's take a look. Ghostface Fanatic with a $5 super chat coming in. Angelina Train. Hey, okay, yeah. The fact she wasn't on the official kill list is suspicious. Oh, yeah, there's a reason. Wes Craven orchestrated that to a T. I think she is alive and will return to Scream 7. Man, I think it's a great idea, Ghostface Fanatic. You guys know, or if you don't know, I am 100% on the Angelina bus, or you could say the train. I say train for Stu, but I'm on the Angelina bus because I do believe 100% she was the accomplice to Roman in Scream 3, and she is alive. She survived. That was such a weak kill. One little stab to the shoulder, and then she's just dead. And then we see her being drug off. No, I don't buy that at all. So yeah, I totally believe that she was 100% the accomplice of Roman, and I would love to see her back, Fanatic. I would love it. To see her return. And could you imagine if her and Stu make a return in this trilogy? Wow. Pretty cool, in my opinion. Thanks for the super chat again, my friend. All right. Let's take a look here. Jackie says, what an awesome... Oh, that's awesome, Craven. What a cool interview. Yeah, it's going to be really great. I'm hoping it's all going to work out. But it's certainly it's looking good, so we'll see it. What's up, Keon? Good to see you. All right, let's see. Let me get back to the chat. Okay, I see you guys giving lots of love to Alejandro. It's excellent. I'm looking, Jen. I'm on a mission right now. I'm going to find Jen's super chat. You guys, bear with me. I'm going to find it. I'm looking. I'm not going to stop looking. Where did it go? Jen, I don't see it. Jen, I'll tell you what. Do me a favor and send me a chat now. Not a super chat. I mean, just send me just send your comment of what you said, and then and for some reason I don't know why it's hiding. I really don't. Usually I never have a problem finding it. Usually pop right up. So rather than me continuing, oh wait. There we go. Thank you, Jen. I don't know how that disappeared. $2 super chat. Thank you, Jen. People are having trouble hearing you. Can everybody hear me? I hope everyone can hear me. So Jen, do me a favor, leave me a note. Or if anyone's having trouble hearing me, let me know. Just leave a comment real quick. Jen, thank you so much for your super chat and for letting me know. Appreciate it. What's ZZM? What's going on? Good evening. Destination Station. There's a bit of an echo. I don't have any, shouldn't be any echoes. I don't have any other sources open. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, my friend, but good to see you, Destin. Glad you're here. Jen sounds like it's a little bit, or is it my PC? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully there's no echo. I'm not sure why that would be happening. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, man. I'm way behind. That's like 30 minutes ago. Carbonite Jedi. What's up, Jedi? I think Scream 6 should be during Halloween, where everyone's wearing the ghost face mask, and it's possible to find the killer because everyone's wearing the same mask. Oh, yeah. I think that's a great idea. I think just making a move like that would be great. And I think we even discussed that recently, Carbonite. Trying to remember. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I know we talked about it recently. I just don't remember where. But that is a great idea. Can you imagine that? Like seeing ghost face costumes everywhere. And it's impossible to know who the killer is. What a way just to get lost, right? Just to get lost in the audience or in the public. Well, all right, Maverick, take care, my man. Got to head into work. No worries. We'll catch you soon. Appreciate you, man. As always, have a good night. Extron says, I'm good for him. No audio issues. Okay, good. What's up, Amber? Thanks for joining. All right, got some more super chats coming in here. Let's see here what we got here. Yep, I got yours, Cody. Thank you for that. Austin said he liked the new Candyman movie. Good. Oh, that's nice. That one dude who's always right says, we may have some differences. We all do. Sure, we all do. That's normal. But I just want to let you know that I love your channel and you're a great, humble guy. Respect always. Keep making content. You're very appreciated. Oh, thank you. Well, you know what? That one dude who's always right. Thank you so much, man. That's very, very nice of you to say that. I appreciate you. And listen, I agree. And that's the beautiful thing about this whole community is that there are people here within the community on the channel that we have differing views on, Stu, on Sid, on just all kinds of stuff, even Halloween, different views. But the beautiful thing is we all respect one another and we understand that individual relationships and people are more important than arguments or more important than our differences. And so thank you for saying that, man. That means a lot to me. I appreciate you as well. And thanks for being a great part of the community. And I appreciate you. And speaking of the community, I got some super chats, but before I do that, I have a member of the community that's knocking on my door. I hear knocking on Craven's door. It's the best I can sing with my throat. I got a knock, and I'm going to answer the door. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a good friend of the channel, a Craven Cut member of the Cravenites. You guys know him, have him all the time, and he's been out of pocket because he's been on the move. But I'll let him tell you about it. Welcome, the one and only Eric, the Bearded Entertainment. Bro, welcome.
Hey, Steven, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I have missed your mug, man. It's been weird not having you around.
Yeah. I've missed being on it. I've been crazy. I think I've driven about 2,500 miles in the last 4 days.
Whoa.
Yeah, from Denver to Orlando, then Orlando back up to Tennessee. So I've been on the move like crazy recently.
Man, that's crazy, man. Have you enjoyed the ride? Literally?
Yeah, I really have. I mean, there's nothing to do with the, Scream or movies or anything, but haven't been back home in Tennessee where I'm from in a while, and I'm back up here for the first time, and I think it's been about 7 years. So seeing
Oh,
all the places where I grew up and all that stuff, so it's been really fun.
oh man, that's dude. I'm so glad you're able to do it too.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's really nice to be able to get back up here.
oh,
And
um,
I don't know if you know, but
yeah.
I'm actually on Friday. I'm actually driving up to another place. Want to see a guy named Jake?
Oh, dude, I forgot about that, dude. That's
Yeah,
this week.
yeah. This Friday and this Saturday, I'm going to be
Oh,
going to do a little bit of filming with Jake.
oh, that's fantastic, man. I'm so excited to see what you guys do. Hey, real quick, Eric, hang on. So,
All right.
I hopefully you guys can hear me now. I've got my mic a little closer. Some people have been having a hard time for some reason hearing me tonight.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Is it pretty solid? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Um, okay, good. Jen says she had to turn her volume down. Okay, good. All right, very good. So it said Bearder's louder than Craven. Yeah, I don't know. Usually my mic's pretty hot, but
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm on my phone here. 'Cause like I said, where I'm from is way back in the country, and it's I'm in the city now and using my cell phone service to stream. So hopefully my cell phone, because I don't have a mic or anything on it, is good.
oh, I hear you loud and clear. It sounds great.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's really smooth. It's not even choppy. It's like really, really smooth.
Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, I was a little worried. I didn't know how long I'd be able to stay on before network drop, but it looks like I got pretty good service, so I should be able to stay on for a few minutes here.
Oh, good. This will be
Yeah.
maybe maybe it'll work out with I don't know about your whole setup, but if you have a good spot and you're still there, Saturday night, man. I, I meant to
Uh,
ask you if you thought we were going to be able to make it Saturday night or not. Good. I didn't know if you could.
I probably will. I'll probably be able to log on Saturday. I'll know more Friday night, so I'll let you know.
Okay, great. Um,
That's people under the stairs, right?
no, that was last week. This is going to be a guilty pleasure movie club.
Oh, Night of the Creeps.
Night of the Creeps. I just said it
Okay,
for you.
yeah,
Night of the Creeps. I'm going to send out the links to everybody
nice.
tomorrow. Let's see, real quick, 1 second. Jim with the $5 super chat says, I had to turn my volume down for Eric, but cannot hear Craven at all. That is bizarre. So is
Oh
anybody
no.
else like I'm right now? There are some super chats, you guys. I have not forgot about you. I promise. But I've got you marked. But I just want to say, while I'm right now looking at the current chat feed, oh, hang on, let me get rid of these. We got us some bots, guys. Hang on, darn bots.
Trying to ruin everyone's fun.
Always, always. So tell me right now, please, if you wouldn't mind, guys, just maybe a few of you, can you hear me? Just say I can hear you or I cannot hear you. That's or, just let me know real quick because it bugs me that if I think you can't hear me, it's going to drive me nuts. So please let me know if you can hear me. Anybody, anybody. I know Eric can hear me.
Yeah,
That's
I can hear you pretty good. And this is just topic wise. This is a Scream stream, right?
it is a Scream
Okay.
stream.
I
Yeah.
had a Stu Macher Matthew Lillard thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes.
If this is a good place to bring it up.
Yeah. I mean, this is good. You know what? I think I might know. Let me see here. I'm thinking for a second. I'm going to try something really quick, and just to see what happens. Give me 1 second. So, Eric, why don't you tell us? Can you tell us more about? Um, okay, so everyone's saying they can hear me, but I'm quieter than Eric. Okay.
Maybe I just talk softer.
All right. Maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Or, yeah. Do you want to just talk? Yeah, that's fine. I think as long as they can hear both of us, It may not be balanced, but if you guys can hear me, yeah, they're just saying my volume's a little bit lower. Okay. Dino says you're louder, but still good.
Okay.
And we're going to roll with it then. No worries.
All right.
Amber
That's
says
cool.
they can barely hear me. Well, I'm going to try something. Go ahead, Eric. You tell us. I'm listening. All right. Go ahead.
This is tell you about Matt. Oh, well, I'll tell a little bit more about my trip, and we'll talk about Matthew when you're good to go, because a little bit of feedback is going to be necessary for it. But
okay, man, I'll be right
yeah,
back.
basically, yeah. Okay, so I was watching an interview with Matthew Lillard about 4 years ago from the Rich Eisen show, and we've all seen recently that Matthew Lillard is 100% on the Stu train, if you will. He is diehard. Stu Macher isn't dead. Stu's still alive. And, we've seen that recently. There's been a ton of interviews where he's done it, right? Well, and I hope you can still hear me, Craven.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Now you're much louder.
Am I louder now? Are we good, people? Is this good? Is this good? Hopefully. Everybody in the chat, let me know if you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay.
So as I said, recently Matthew Lillard, 100% on the Stu train. Stu is alive. All that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was watching this interview, and it was from 4 years ago, and he was on the Rich Eisen show. And he was talking to him about several other things, and he brought up Scream. And at this point, 4 years ago, it had been about 6 years since Scream 4 came out. And at that point, Scream was more or less dead, right?
Yeah.
So, because, unfortunately, Wes had passed away. Well, at this point, Rich Eisen brought up like, oh, what if they, did another Scream or, reboot it or something? Would you want to be a part of it? And Matthew Lillard was like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm dead. Like, my character died. He's like, I died in the first one. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. Like, he's the complete opposite now. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, this is 4 years ago. So this is a couple years before Scream 5 was planned or brought up. I'm like, what if he changed his mind because Radio Silence went to him with their plans for four plans for 5, 6, and 7, and they told him he was going to be involved. What if he's changed? What if he's changed his mind now because he knows something?
Yeah, man. I mean, it certainly could be. I mean, in fact, Have you seen my Stu Train video? I don't think you have. Does that sound familiar? Oh, okay, man. Guys, everybody, we got to get it up. Eric has not seen.
Wait. Yeah, I have. Is it the one where it's just him talking about how he survived? Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like now he is 100% on board that, Stu is alive and everything. But I was thinking, I was like, what could make him change his mind from 5 years ago or 4 years ago to now? I'm like, well, what if the new directors and writers went to him and told him the plans?
Say, hey, this is what's going to happen. And dude, because he's clearly, I mean, even at the last of the video I made, he says, on behalf of all the Stu fans out there, I do believe he's still alive. I mean, it's like, there it is. Yeah.
But like I said, 4 years ago, before Scream 5 came out, he said, I'm dead. He said, my character died.
Wow. There's been a change.
Something's happened, all I'm saying. And at this point, because it's like he already knew about Scream 3, obviously, so he knew that Stu was supposed to. So my only thought was, what if he changed his mind because they came to him and showed him?
I'm liking that. Dude, I'm liking that a lot. In fact, Brett says play it anyway.
Go for it.
Let's do it, man. Let's fire it up, man. There couldn't be a better time. You did a great setup here, Eric. Great setup. So
let's hear it.
Let's do it. Here we go.
How would you envision Stu returning to Scream 5?
Scarred. Well, he's not in 5, I'll tell you that. But whenever he comes back somewhere in the future, because that's what happens in horror movies all the time, they bring the killers back. He's scarred, but yet handsome with great abs.
He feels he didn't die.
I didn't, dude. I will throw a TV on my face right now to prove it. On TV, I will be like, here's the deal. This 2-ton TV, I'm going to throw on my face. And if I die, then I will let this moment go.
I think the TVs now you wouldn't die, but the TVs back then you definitely would.
I would not die. I would not die. They had to add those sparks. Those sparks aren't real.
So I would like to argue on behalf of the stupids out there that he is still alive.
Man, oh man.
So that's all I'm saying is 4 years ago, he had a different tune.
Man, I love it.
So
Dude,
something happened.
Something's happened, and it's Stu.
And just the way he said, "I'm not in 5." I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you noticed that too. That's
It sounds
very
like-
interesting. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like he's saying, I know I'm not going to be in 5, but like, and here's the thing: it's like if you know you're not going to be in 5, how do you know you're still alive? I don't know. It just sounds like he knows something.
It does, and that is interesting how he emphasized that, because he's real quick. It's like, so I'm not going to be in 5. I can tell I'm not going to be in 5. But when Stu does come back in the future, I don't know, man. I'm with you.
Yeah, it definitely. So yeah, that's the same. Because I don't know. Like I said, I was just looking through, and it was on my suggested feed the other day on YouTube, and I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird. Why would Matthew Lillard be saying Stu is dead? He never says that. He's always on the other side." And I'm like,
dude, I'm excited,
I was
man.
just thinking somebody, some people might try to use that as proof, maybe evidence, if you will, that Stu isn't alive. Matthew Lillard saying that. So I just thought that's something I should maybe think about and be ready to respond to if I'm having a debate with someone.
That's right. And there could certainly be, nothing happening on June 18th that might be relevant for it all.
Now that you mentioned it, I think that could be relevant.
Could be.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. Because some people say Stu has to be dead because he was on the original kill list. I don't know, man. Things change. Matthew Lillard, things change. Telling you. So, anyway, real quick. Brett James Bishop bringing in a $10 super chat, man. Thank you, Brett. Says, I was just thinking, I was hoping you'd be live tonight. I've been working through a pretty serious family crisis, and I can totally use some distraction right now. You're the best. Well, Brett, man, first of all, I want to say I'm very sorry you're having a difficult period, man, and with the family. I hope things do all work out for the best, man. And thank you for your super chat, but thank you most of all for being here and being such an awesome member of the Cravenite community. And you're really a great friend to me in the channel. So thank you, man, and certainly we'll be lifting you up and thinking about you and your family, and hope things all work out. But for the meantime, if I can be a little distraction for an hour or two, then I'm glad and I'm happy for that. So settle in, have a good time here. We're just gonna have some Scream talk, and you and look here, we got Eric. Come on, man. Beard Entertainment.
I'm here for a little bit, anyways.
For a little bit. That's right. Thanks so much, brother.
Yeah, I hope it gets better for you, Brett, man. If there's anything we can help with, let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Ghostface Fanatic bringing in a $5 super chat. I think Angelina and Stu could work together, and they can be a part of a cult, non-ceremonial though just a cult, they can be masterminds of Scream 5. I mean, you know, like I said earlier, and Eric, I'll let you talk on this too. But I mean, I do believe that the cult of Craven is a non-religious ceremonial cult. It's just it's devotees and a leader, and and he's not focused on worldviews. He's just focused on manipulation and getting people who are mentally vulnerable and in a position in their lives that he can groom them into being these people he wants them to be, but in a very non-ceremonial, non-religious kind of way, a different kind of cult. However, with Angelina, I mean, you guys know, I said earlier, I think she's alive. I do. I think she's the accomplice in Scream 3. I'm very, very firm convictions. That's what I believe. And so I would love to see her come back. And Eric, what do you think, man? Would you be opposed to an Angelina Stu reunion? Not reunion for them, it'd be new for them, but for us anyway, watching it.
Honestly, I think I would be opposed to it.
Okay.
Only, and just for the same reason I'd be opposed to Joel being Mindy and Chad's dad. I think we're trying too hard to combine things from movies at that point.
Okay.
And here's the thing, I really want Stu to come back. I'm a firm believer that's going to happen. I think it would actually detract from Stu coming back if they also brought back another character, because not only are they going to have to explain Stu coming back,
Right.
They're going to have to explain Angelina coming back. Then they're going to have to explain them meeting, because I mean, Stu died, 4 years before 3 died, quote unquote.
Right.
Angelina would have been on the run as well as, Stu. It would have been, they'd just have to be so much explaining, as I said, explaining Stu coming back, explaining Angelina coming back, then more of explaining how they met and got together and started everything. So I think it would be at that point just too much. So
Okay.
I because of that, and I wouldn't want anything to detract from the Stu story. So I think I would be opposed just for that reason. I think it's a little too much.
So what would you feel if they did it in 2 different movies? Like Kirby's coming back in 6, right? And and if you had, so I guess my question is, and it may not even be in this trilogy, but in your mind, if they were to do them in different movies, where Angelina returns, like we're seeing Kirby return, and then Stu returns, versus in the same movie, is your biggest problem being too much in one movie, right? Like too much to try to, because you still got to build out your new characters, your core 4. It's a lot of stuff. All right,
Well,
even in Scream 6, it's a lot of stuff.
I don't even think, honestly, that it's in one movie. I think it's the biggest thing would be them working together, because if you bring Stu back and you explain it in one movie, that's fine. If you bring Angelina back and explain it in another movie, that's fine. But if you try to bring them together, it just feels it feels a little forced to me. Like, yeah, it could work. There could be an explanation, but I don't think there's an organic way for it to work out, because there's no real motive for them to work together. There's nothing that says Stu even knows about Angelina. Obviously, Angelina would know about Stu because she's working on the movie that was original. And, Stab 3 didn't get made, so he would know that she was cast, and then he would hear about it later, and maybe he could go look for her. But, the thing about it is, the same arguments we have with Stu is, explaining where he's been all this time, stuff like that. Yeah, like we say Angelina wasn't killed, but if she wasn't killed, we're going to have to explain that as well. She wasn't. Where's she been all this time? And if she wasn't hiding, well, then how did Stu find her when the police couldn't find her? If she was, if she faked her death, well, how did Stu know to look for her? So,
well, I'll give it I'll throw a little, another apple on the cart for that idea. What if all of this time, Angelina didn't actually fake her death. She's been alive as a survivor of 3. And so they see her as a victim of Roman, not an accomplice. So as far as everyone knows, she was just a victim like Kirby who survived the events. And so when she's revealed in the movie, you could reveal her as something as simple as, you could have Mindy ask Gail, who is that again? And Gail can say, oh, that's Angelina Tyler. She was the only survivor outside of, or she's one of the only survivors from the events in Hollywood. Boom. Then we know, I'm talking about we as the new people, we understand that she wasn't seen as an accomplice. But see, that's your twist, is that at the end, we find out Angelina was the accomplice, and she's revealed at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. It's still, and I would have no problem with that. But I think it still lacks the Stu connection.
Yeah, the Stu connection is the part that it would be harder to establish. I do agree, because it's one thing if you did one or the other. Like if you said, let's just bring Angelina back. She's a survivor. She's going to help these kids. And we're actually on Angelina's side. Well, I would never be on her side, but a lot of people would think, oh, she's just a victim, She's like Kirby. And then it'd be like Kirby and coming in 5 and finding out she was involved as a third killer in 4. It would be mind-blowing, right? And
well, I mean, Kirby, it would be mind-blowing for Kirby, but I don't think it would be mind-blowing for Angelina because you already expect it. So,
right. No, that's what I'm saying. That wouldn't be.
Okay, here's a question for you, though. Here's a what if. What if they brought Angelina back and they still never confirmed she was a killer and she died as a hero?
I would think she died before they were able to reveal that she was the second killer. I just don't.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
I can't. Yeah, because I know she's the second. No one can convince me on 1,000. I just believe she's the second killer. I think everything's there. And
see, that's the thing, though. A lot of people. See, here's the thing. A lot of the when you say everything's there, I'll agree. There's definitely stuff there.
A lot there.
There's a lot there, but there's just a lot there that indicates there is a second killer.
Correct. 100%.
I don't think
that is unwaverable in my mind.
Exactly. But I don't think there's enough there that ties all of that specifically to Angelina.
Mm.
And
you think she could have been a red herring? You think
it's
really?
Possible? Yeah, like it's possible. What if it was Milton?
Ooh.
It was Milton's house. He had reason to want to cover this stuff up because the party where it was at or where the whole original thing happened. It was at his party.
His house, right?
His house, so he would know the way around. What if Roman turned on? I have never thought about this before. It's just something I've thrown out there. But I'm like, the thing about it is, there's no way to disprove that because Milton isn't seeing the majority of the movie until So it's possible. That's the thing. Like, and that's really my point overall is that there's nothing fully tying it to Angelina. So yes, we do fully expect there's a second killer.
Yep.
But they could very well completely go rogue, bring Angelina back purely as a survivor, and give her a hero arc.
They could. I mean, yeah, they could. Sure, they certainly could. I mean, it would just leave me scratching my head because, I mean, the only thing with Milton, I know we're not doing a whole Scream 3 thing, but it's an interesting conversation. I just don't know that Milton would have the stamina physically. Nothing against him, but he's significantly older. I don't know. I don't know if he would be able to do the Ghostface
Well,
role.
just like we were talking about with Angelina, there's not necessarily a lot he would have had to do. He could have
Yeah.
just been like the decoy, like he's the one shaking the door while
Hmm.
Roman is running around to pop up at the window. So
Right. True.
he
And it is
and
on
I don't
set.
think I don't think he knows the set. I
Right.
was just bringing it up because I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
just trying
Yeah.
to think of a character who we didn't confirm,
Hmm.
basically someone we could point it to, because I'm pretty sure that's how they film it. I'm pretty sure they film it and work it to where multiple people could be at the end. Could be Ghostface. You could, if like, I'm pretty sure if they said Rich, they could have made just swapped it out and made Amber and Mindy Ghostface, for instance, and the
Hmm.
story still would have worked.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the other thing too that keeps tugging me back to Angelina is just knowing that was Wes Craven's intention. Like that's how he
Yeah,
wrote the script. He wanted it to be Angelina, and that's why I think all of those clues that he lets us see, like her running across from Dewey across the house, you know, um, all these little things that point to her, like, oh man, that's the biggest thing of why I keep going back to Angelina and the way she was, killed with that weak shoulder stab, and then her body's pulled out, which is so weird and so different. It's just like how when Dewey was killed, he's killed so much differently than anybody else, not even remotely like anybody else. Honestly,
other
there's
than
no
Casey
chop chop
Becker.
chop. What's that?
Other than Casey Becker.
Well, no, I mean in five, within
Oh
five.
yeah. Other than in 5 he wasn't killed like anyone, but like
No,
overall he had a very similar death to at least how Stu described Casey Becker
oh
was
yeah,
killed.
100%. Yeah, hundred
So
percent. But I'm just thinking like within the universes of these unique of each movie, like Scream 3, we never see anyone pulled away but Angelina, and in Scream 5, we see no one killed like Dewey. There's something different that just stands out to me about those deaths, and so yeah, I think the whole Angelina thing is interesting, and I think you do have to do it though in separate movies. And the Stu connection will still be, yeah, I don't know how we get there with the Stu connection. But Ghostface, thank you, man. Listen, I've said it before, and you just said it. Writing, you can do anything in Hollywood. You can write anything really.
you can, and I think Guy Busick and Vanderbilt they're good enough to make it work. The
Yep.
problem is I don't want. I think if it's a story you have to really force to make it work, then it kind of I don't think it's that good
Right.
sometimes. So
It's if it doesn't, it's kind of like relationships in a way. I'm talking about like romantic relationships.
hmm
If you have to, if you're feeling it's a forced scenario, it's not going to end well. All your spider senses, all your check engine lights are going off, but you just ignore them. Don't do that. Listen to those check engine lights.
there's a very funny saying I've heard. I don't know if I should say it on here. It uses the S word. If that's okay, this is your channel. So if you don't want,
Hey man, go ahead. I don't want to yuck your yum. Go ahead, man.
there was one that I heard. It said relationships are a lot like farts. If you gotta force it, it's probably shit.
Dude, there's wisdom in that craziness, though.
There
It's
is,
true.
right?
It really is wisdom. I'm telling you, man. It's gotta. Yeah. If you're writing a script and it's forced, don't. It's not gonna probably be a good movie. It's
Yeah.
just, it's.
And I feel like that's what they'd have to do for the Stu Angelina connection. So
Yeah. No, I hear you. Let's get to some super chats that have come through. Ghostface Fanatic with a $5 super chat. Stu is going to return, in my opinion. They're leading up to it in Scream 7 is when it will happen. That's interesting that Matthew changed his mind. Yeah, man. It is interesting.
he was given some evidence, is all I'm thinking.
Absolutely. And I do agree, too, Ghostface Fanatic, that 7, I personally, I want to see him, of course, as quicker or sooner, but I really think 7's the right move for a trilogy. That's the way to end this with Billy's daughter. And I don't know, Eric, was you and I hadn't really had a chance to catch up this week, but I posted a video a few days ago on Stu's motives. I don't know if if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet or not, but if you haven't, one of the motives you should let me know what you think. One of the motives I give is I do 3 R's. One's it's respect, to reconnect, and for revenge. And for the reconnect, he wants to reconnect. He wants to make reestablish a Loomis connection. And so, like, one of the biggest arguments or people say is, why is he coming back after 25 years? Makes no sense. They're not going to work it in the story. And my response is, it makes perfect sense now because Billy's daughter is Sam. So who did Stu likely love more than anybody else? Billy Loomis. I believe he loved the guy. And I'm not saying necessarily romantically, but I think he loved him. Whatever.
Matthew Lillard said it was romantic.
Well, there you go. So
yeah, Matthew Lillard said, and I quote, "Stu is super gay for Billy."
Okay, so there you go. It was there. It was, and you could see the affection.
You could
big time. So Billy's dead. So what does he want to do? He wants to reestablish as close as he can get to Billy. How do you do that with his daughter? You can reestablish, and I'm telling you guys, so check out the video, Eric, if you haven't, when you get a chance, and tell me your thoughts in it. Leave a comment, or we can chat. But my point of all that is to say, if that's the end game, then let it be 7, not 6. Let it play out, and then in 7, it's the ultimate it's the ultimate Stu and Sam scenario.
Well, here's the thing. I'm actually going to say bring him. I don't know. It's rough because here's the thing. I am fairly certain, and Phil, you might disagree, but I'm fairly certain when Stu does come back, at the end of whatever story arc that is, he's going to die.
Oh, I do too. Yes.
So if they want to bring him back for, and I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oh no.
This will be the only way I will appreciate a cliffhanger ending in 6. And that's if that cliffhanger confirms that it's Stu Macher. If we see, that whole thing they want to do that people were talking about with Sydney and the phone call at the end, if they did that and then we see, we cut to the other end of that line and it's Stu Macher and we see Stu Macher on the phone.
Okay.
I will appreciate that with one other caveat.
Okay.
That caveat being they filmed them back to back.
Oh, like a Back to the Future scenario. 2 and 3 were filmed back to back.
Well, and here's the reason why. The original story plan for Star Wars 9, Princess Leia was going to be one of the main focuses of the movie. Unfortunately, Carrie Fisher passed away.
Yep.
So the problem you run into is, we don't like to think about it as human beings, but
Hawkins. Just want to say bye to Hawkins real quick.
Yeah, later, man. Have a good night. We don't want to think about it as human beings, but unfortunately, people pass away.
It happens.
So
right.
If they make a month or a year between filming, and God forbid something happened to one of the core 4 or one of the main characters, we couldn't do it at that point. You'd have to rewrite the story to take them out, or we wouldn't get a fit. And that's one of my main reasons for not wanting a cliffhanger. So if at the end of 6, the cliffhanger isn't that Sydney just gets a phone call, but the cliffhanger is Stu Macher's alive. And it's filmed back to back. I would be in for it because in that point, we go into the movie knowing Stu is alive.
Yeah, you go in for sure.
If we don't do that, and Stu just, we just hint at it, and Stu comes back in 7, I'm pretty certain they're not going to bring him. He's going to be the reveal.
Yeah,
he's not going to show up till the end. So we're only going to get a few minutes of it, and I don't want that. If you bring Stu back I want you to make up for the 25 years of Stewless Scream. So, so
Stewless Scream. Yeah, buddy.
if they
It's a
do
good
it,
point, man, because you're right. If we only get him for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, let's say, that's disappointing,
but
because,
if they
yeah,
tease him at the end of 6, we
yep.
see him,
Hmm.
then they can go ahead and show him at the beginning of 7, and then you got to figure you still have a who done it, because it's like, how did he do this? Did he
Well,
really do this?
well, and who's helping him, Eric? Because
Exactly. That's what.
you still don't know who the current Ghostface killers are. He's a mastermind, but there's other killers running around. You still don't know who those people are, and you got to figure that out. So there's your mystery,
Yeah, but
dude.
we get more Stu.
We would. Ghostface Fanatic, thank you, and I love that, Eric. Another super chat coming in. Jay Charisma with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Jay. Hey, Steven, here's a wild prediction. All right, I'm ready. Someone within the group, excluding Sam, is a child of Stu, playing a low-key Debbie Salt kind of role, only to reveal him or herself along with Stu in 7. Man, interesting.
Do you feel like that'd be too overdone?
Hmm.
Because you
Because
you
you
feel
got a
like it'd be
daughter.
you feel like it'd be maybe recycling not only the plot of 5, because that was a major plot point, but also at that point you'd be kind of recycling a plot from 1, where you have Mocker and Loomis at it again.
Yeah, that's the only downside, I think. Well, the biggest one maybe for me is we've already gotten a reveal of Billy Loomis having a daughter. So if you do another child reveal of this one would be of Stu. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Let me move it this way. I don't hate the idea. Like I'm not like, oh, that's. But I also don't know that I love the idea. I think it's interesting to think about, because and what a showdown would it be with Sam going against Stu's child, Billy's kid versus Stu's kid, battling it out in a finale. That could
Well,
be interesting.
here's the thing, though. Within the group, I'm assuming they mean the core 4.
Well, it'd have to be someone in the new group for 6.
Okay, yeah, because I was about to
Yeah.
say, like, it couldn't. It certainly it could not be Tara. They
No,
just
no.
wouldn't. They just wouldn't do it. And plus, Tara's younger, so it wouldn't work out in timeline.
Right. It has to
And
be a new character coming up. Yeah.
yeah. And by the way, I checked the new production weekly. There's no updates on Scream. So
Oh man. I knew. You know what? I know if you'd have had one, you'd already been mailed. You'd already reached out to me. I'm
I
sure.
would have.
I would already heard from you. No worries, man.
So, but yeah. So yeah, it would have to be someone from the new one, but I don't know. Once again, I mean, they could make it work, and I'm not going to say I hate it, but it seems like it'd be an awful lot of work to set up a reveal they kind of already did.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it would be. But also, I could also see an epic showdown, which I keep going back to. I'm going ahead of that showdown because I just like, man, you know,
Now,
I don't
here's the
know.
way they could do it. Here's the way they could do it. If we're revealed a ghost face at the end and it's someone we've never seen before, like a character we don't know,
Okay.
and that person, then, they kind of lead into like, oh, well, this wasn't my plan. I'm just following orders. And then it turns out, and that person reveals Stu Macher is still alive.
Hmm.
And then Stu like addresses that person as son or something. And we find out that way, like he had that child after the events of Scream 1.
Hmm.
I wouldn't hate it that way.
Yeah.
But I think the coincidence of someone new they meet randomly in a group also just happened to be from Woodsboro and just happened to have a father who was deceased, or turns out
Right.
their mother happened to have an affair. It's just so many coincidences there
True.
So
Yep.
yeah, I don't think I'd like it that way. They could write it to where it'd work, but I think it'd be hard.
Yep. Agreed. But it's a great idea. I mean, it's a great thing to think about, Jay. I love the conversation. Love the
Yeah,
idea. Yeah.
I definitely agree that seeing the heir to the Loomis name going head to head against heir
Mockers.
to the Mocker name would or maybe even working together, or working, thinking they're working together when they're actually something like that.
Yeah.
Because
man.
we know Sam is fighting real hard to stay out of the dark side. And what if the the Mocker offspring was trying to help Sam stay out of the dark side, but secretly like pushing her more and more to the dark side. So I think it could work there. Oh, yeah, look at that.
There it is. Get it up. Yeah, buddy. I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Earlier when you said you asked me if I'd seen the Stew Train video, I thought you meant like a video you made unveiling the Stew Train. I was like, oh no, I must have missed it.
That video. I'm not going to unveil that video till you're on the stream with me.
Okay,
I want to save that. Yeah.
I was about to say I was like, oh no, did I miss it? But yeah. Once you explain it, it's like, okay, yeah, the kind of intro video. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, buddy. No. That one, I promise you'll be the first to see. To see that one. We've got some more super chats here. Ghostface Fanatic bringing in a $20 super chat. Thank you, my man. Says, I agree with Eric. If Angelina returns, she needs to be by herself, and Stu should come back by himself. Right. I do think Angelina is alive because, again, she's not on the official kill list. I 100% agree. Yeah, I think Eric and I both agree on that as well.
Yeah. Her death was very suspicious. I don't take kill lists into account really when I form my opinions because, well, Stu was on a kill list, on the official kill list, and I don't consider that canon. So if I don't trust the validity of that one, it kind of raises doubt on the validity of any of them. But there are assumptions that could be made, like Mickey getting shot, in the head. I can come to the conclusion that he's dead. I don't need to see him on a kill list. However, right. Angelina, I don't need to see that she's not on the kill list because, well, it didn't look like she died.
Yep. Had straight up. I mean, and that's the thing too. I mean, it's certainly a good. I mean, I'd say it's certainly at least in the favor of Angelina not being on the kill list. That's for sure. I mean, it's versus being there. But at the end of the day, to your point, man, these lists, they can be changed. I mean, Wes Craven changed it, and the most recent thing he did regarding Stu, or was going to do, was he was alive. So there you go. But Ghostface Fanatic, I'm with you, man. I do think she's alive as well, and it wouldn't shock me if she comes back in the future. She's up there. Her and Kirby, Angelina, Stu.
Well, I think Angelina poses a really good opportunity because Kirby can only be brought back one way. She's a survivor. We know that.
Yep.
There's different things you can do that, but she can only be brought back as a survivor. Stu, at this point, can only be brought back as a killer because that's what he was. We know it.
Yep.
Angelina can be brought back either way.
You can do it either way.
Like, you could certainly bring her back and she's just a victim and, have her maybe even like a Dewey role. Maybe she goes out saving someone. Or you can bring her back and she's a ghost face. Maybe she's a red herring because a lot of people believe she's Ghostface. So if we see her in a movie, we're just automatically going to assume she's got to be a killer, but then she's not.
And she's not. Yeah.
There's you could just bring her back more than one way, which is a really good opportunity for her. So
It really is.
It definitely gives incentive to bring a character like that back.
Yeah, and as a writer, you can have fun with that, man. Because you could do, like you said, multiple scenarios. You could have her look suspicious and she's not. You could have her act like she's good and then she's really not. Or have her act like she's not a good character, but she ends up not being involved. I mean, you could toy with the audience with all of our heads in that scenario, and that would be fun, honestly, to watch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ghostface Fanatic, thank you, man, for the $20 super chat. Very generous. Appreciate you, buddy. And as always, man, killing it with some great content, great suggestions, and questions. And Brett James is back with another $10 super chat. Thank you, Brett. Man, I'm so thankful for that. Remember, Roman faked his death. So why couldn't Angelina's death been faked as well? It could have been. That would mean that Gail and Jennifer witnessed both fake kills of Roman and Angelina. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. And, bringing up Gail, this brings up another point I wanted to talk about for a second. So we remember last discussion when we had the last party that I was on a couple Fridays ago. There was a huge discussion about how Stu could have survived without faking his death. And you know me, I'm extremely opposed to that because I don't think the story works out. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, the only way Stu coming back works is if people think he's dead.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, there was some opinions that are otherwise, but that's fine. The only thing that I didn't think about at the time, but thinking about since then, is the fact that Gale Weathers fully investigated everything and wrote a book about it. So we got to think about it. So that's how we got stabbed. We didn't get stabbed from like firsthand accounts from Sydney or anything. We got stabbed because it was based off the Woodsboro murders.
That's right. Yeah.
So
yep.
If Stu Macher had survived and left that house, it would have been in Gale Weathers' book. Because she was reporting on it at the end. Like she was. At the end of the movie is her doing a report.
True.
And I think that just lends further evidence to the fact that he's suspected to be dead.
Yeah.
And one more thing on that. I know we talk about how Dewey never refers to him as he was. In the movie, he said he's Billy Loomis's partner or accomplice.
In Scream 5, it's all present tense. Yeah.
However, in Scream 2, he is referred to in the past tense.
Okay.
By Randy. When Randy's on the phone with Ghostface, he talks about him and he says, I'm not going to say the full sentence because it's very naughty, but he says, Stu Macher and Billy Loomis, Stu Macher was a blank, 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 blank.
Okay.
So he does refer to Stu in the past tense, like Stu was that. Which is fine. That doesn't mean he's dead.
No, not at all.
That means they think he's dead. Which is my theory anyways, that they think he's dead.
And I mean, to me, the theory, and that would have been really interesting to see how Kevin Williamson and Wes would have written that Scream 3 story because he was in prison. So they had him living. So I know that I'm sure they would have done an amazing job with the story. But since we never got to really see that script, we don't know. So the backstory, I do believe with you, Eric, you and I agree 100% on this. The easiest and the cleanest way is that his death was faked because it basically answers almost every objection that's out there. Why wasn't he talked about in the sequels? Why didn't Gail know about it? Why wasn't it, just goes on and on and on and on and on. All of that's eliminated. If you think someone's dead, it's over. There's nothing else to talk about this guy. He's gone. And it's clean, man. It's just really clean. And the whole idea about his parents being wealthy and having the means to pay off local corrupt government or corrupted officials, whatever level. That stuff is that happens every single day. Just turn on the news.
You're not even going that high level. That's the thing. You don't have to pay
No.
off it's not like you're trying to pay off a mayor or a governor or anything. You pay off the EMT that's in the ambulance he's riding with, and then pay off the coroner who's doing his death certificate. You're done.
You're done. That's it.
It's not like you're not even having to bribe a cop or anything.
No.
That's all it is. And I'll go a little further and say it's not only the cleanest way. To me, it's the only acceptable way, because there's some things I agree with in terms of the people against Stu. Like, if they bring Stu back and try to say, oh, well, he was just in prison this whole time, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna like it, huh?
No, it's. Here's the thing, and it goes back to Scream 3.
Yep.
When after the first murder happens, Dewey is sitting with Gail and tells her that someone broke into the Woodsboro Police Department looking for the file.
Yep.
On Sidney Prescott, so they could try to find her address. And Dewey said, I went in a couple of days before and already removed it once I heard about the murders.
Yep.
If he was thoughtful enough to do that, he would be thoughtful enough to verify Stu Macher was still in prison or still in whatever psych ward if he was alive. And that was never brought up. If he's alive, I agree. I agree with the people on the other side. If he's alive, he would have been brought up.
I mean, I still think, and again, I'm playing devil's advocate a bit here, but I think that you could still make a case that, if someone is in prison for life, let's just say, like in the real world, they're in prison for life, and that's where they are. If murders start happening, 5-10 years later, like Scream 4 or whatever this, even the earlier sequels, they wouldn't necessarily reference them in the period of that film, in my mind.
Okay, now here's the question then. In Scream 5, there is that little Easter egg. Did the real life Stu Macher die?
Oh yeah, that's
why?
Now I was talking about the first 4 movies.
Oh no, but I'm talking about all of them. Like, why haven't they? The question is, why hasn't he been mentioned in any sequel?
Yeah,
and you're saying the theory here is that he hasn't been mentioned because he's in prison, and you wouldn't really think about it if he's got life.
He's locked up.
If he was in prison, why is there a conspiracy that he died?
Oh yeah, no, that totally knocks that out. Yeah,
that's
because
and we have to take that into account now. So
yeah, that's true. That whole idea there, it almost makes it where if you're going to stick with the prison idea, you're going to have to work really hard. This is some serious heavy lifting, because now you're going to have to say he was paid to be put in some facility that no one knows about. It's like under wraps. There's no public record of it. I mean, again, it's harder and harder to make a plausible case.
So here's the thing:
it's got to be dead.
It wouldn't be possible because we have Randy saying he was. Randy thinks he's dead. We have Gail Weathers writing the Woodsboro books, which means and writing the book on the Woodsboro murders, which is how he got stabbed. The Stab fans are the one asking this question: is he dead?
Yep.
Which means in the Stab movies he died, which means in Gail's book he died. So either Gail lied or Gail thinks he's dead.
Right. Yeah, it just makes the most sense, man. It really does.
In my opinion, it's the only way that makes sense.
Yeah, especially with that little cameo, because like I say, is the real Stu Macher alive? Because if that had not been in Scream 5, I still think that I could make a reasonable argument, not with a lot of heavy lifting, okay, a lot of work. I could still have made an argument that he could be in prison, but with that cameo, that makes it almost. I think it is almost really impossible now, because that knocked that out. Because now we almost have to go with only death. But here's the good news, as Eric, you've been saying, and for everybody in the chat who's been listening, that's the best plan anyway. Like, that's the best scenario anyway.
It really does explain everything. Like,
it does.
If they think he's dead, there's no reason to mention him. They'd never look for him. They'd never suspect him. This was 1996, so there was no social media. There was no real internet. Like, security cameras, if they had them, were really low grade. He could have very easily moved somewhere across the country to some small town that didn't know about it. And, you know, I very seriously doubt they used like the real pictures in the Stab movie. So it's not like that, you know, it would have been much easier for him to start a new life back then in 96. So that's another thing when people like object to the faking of the death or, you know, to going on the run, is they got to realize it's 96. It was a lot easier to do because there wasn't as much tracking.
No, it was, I mean, we were just getting emails going. I mean, seriously, like, and I mean, cell phones were still big, clunky. I mean, and not everybody had it. I'm telling you, it was a different era.
Well, yeah, in the movie, Billy Loomis actually got questioned on why he had a cell phone.
That's right.
Like, that was the point of the movie. Like, what are you doing with a cell phone, son? And it's like, now everyone thinks about, when they think about him going on the run, they think about it, what it would be like now. And it's like, we don't got to think about that because he could have set up a new identity back then. Yep. And then, okay, say someone saw him and did suspect, hey, I think that might be Stu Macher. All they're going to do is say, oh, Stu Macher died. Because so they're like, you look so much like Stu Macher. And, you know, his face probably changed from having a TV dropped on it.
Yeah. There's going to be some scars. And, you know, even though his arms and his hands blocked it, there's probably still some damage. And, I mean, absolutely, man, 100%. Man, this is a good conversation, man. I'm loving this. This is wish I should have channeled this the stew stream, but we'll save the stew stream for another stream. But this is good stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, I hate to cut it off, but I'm gonna have to get going. I'm on the East Coast over here, and it's 12:42, and I've got a few more things I got to do before I turn in for the night.
All right, brother.
Well, I am gonna have to jump off here. Yeah. I've been having this stuff in my head for the past couple of days. I'm like, I need to find a place to do a stream so we can talk about this.
Absolutely.
So I'm really glad I got it taken care of and jumped on a stream here. But yeah, man, we'll have to get one. I should be able to, if not Saturday, I'll definitely be on Tuesday for our slasher stream.
Oh yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna be able to finish up slasher. It's gonna be great. And if you find a spot or have the time Saturday night, right here, I'd love to see you. I'll send you the links so you'll have them if you're able to.
Yeah, definitely give me the links, and if I can make it, I will. Sounds good. I'll do everything I can, man. But thank you so much for having me on. Thanks to everyone in the chat. It was great seeing you. And I'll next time I can jump on, I definitely will, man.
Awesome, Eric. It's always a pleasure, my friend. So good to see you, man. And I'll be doing that stew video train. We'll talk about that. But once I have that ready to go, I'll be getting with you, and we'll do it when you're on, and we'll debut this full train.
Sounds good, but hey, just let me know when, and if I know it's coming and I don't got anything going on, I'll make sure I get to a point where I can get to a place where I can set up and do a stream.
Sweet. And dude, have fun Friday. I gotta find out what's going on with you guys. I mean, I'll text you and get the scoop.
Okay, yeah. Ask Jake. He knows what's going on, and I don't want to reveal anything.
No. Totally understand.
I don't know how much he's keeping on the hush hush, but whatever he tells you, that's fine.
No worries. Sounds good, man. Be safe out there on the road.
Yeah, man. You have a good night.
You too. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye. So, Brett, thanks for the super chat, man. Great question. Great comments. And I want to also show Canada Man with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. You're such a great encourager to me and the channel, and I always look forward to your comments on Canada Man on the videos. So thank you for that. And we got a couple more super chats that come in. We've got one here. Oh, wow. Jay with a $50 super chat. My goodness. Thank you, Jay Charisma. Man, that is so generous of you. Hey, Steven, are you ready? Okay, I'm ready. What if we get Scream 7 in a Harry Potter kind of fashion? Okay. Scream 7 in 2 separate movies. Okay. Scream 7 Part 1 reveals Stu at the end. And Scream 7 Part 2 becomes all about trying to stop Stu and his cult. Stu equals more movie time. Dude. Yes, absolutely. The more we can get Stu on camera and as part of the storyline, the better. That is absolutely fantastic. Would love to see it. And it really does build up. It really helps build to that finale, that grand finale at the end where, boom, we've got the reveal, but we're seeing it all work towards that moment. What an exciting movie. Absolutely love that. Like 2 separate movies. Yeah, I think the more time we have with Stu, the better. So that would be amazing. Jay, thank you. My goodness, for the incredibly generous super chat. Thank you, brother. Wow. So awesome. And speaking of more generosity, Ghostface Fanatic with a $20 super chat. Excuse me. Ghostface, thank you, my man. I think the reason Angelina could have faked her death is because she probably didn't want to get caught, and Roman helped her do it because he wanted Sydney by himself, no one else. It was personal to him. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, man. It was deeply personal for Roman, and I think that just having that time where he could lock her in Milton's viewing room, and man, I think that would be that's absolutely, he wants no one else interfering. It's just him and her. Of course, Milton was in there, but he killed him. But yeah, no, I get that, man. I think that I think it was faked. I do think that she's alive, that she did not die, and he dragged her off from underneath that, that staircase up there, and to a place where she could get out of there, basically. I think that's what happened. So, yeah, man, I think you're right. I'm with you. And thank you again, man, for the generous super chat. Wow. So nice, man. All right. Let's see here. Cody's saying good night. Good night, Cody. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it, man. We'll catch you on the next live stream. Oh, Canada, man, don't apologize, man. I just appreciate anything and everything that you do. All your support, man. Thank you so much. Carrie Crave Cinema. What's up? Steven's heading out. See you, Steven. Take care, man. I like that JC theory. Great. Carrie Crave Cinema. What's up, Carrie? Glad you are here. Says you're still waiting on your video. I know. I'm telling you. Sometimes these render times on these videos can just drive you nuts. Waiting for them to happen. Red Reaper says Stu and Angelina's death is fake. Yep, I agree. All the way around. Raptor, what's up, Raptor? Raptor says, hey, Craven, do you want Sam as the killer? So I would like to see Sam, yes, give into the dark side. Absolutely. And I think I would like to see Stu work with her, and to get her into fully committing to, basically killing with him, and again restoring the Loomis connection. Stu loved Billy. They were that's the closest he had. And his parents weren't even there for his birthday, so that's probably his like, like family to him. Billy was. So absolutely, to have the opportunity to reunite, not with Billy, of course, because Billy's gone, but he can reunite with Billy's daughter. And that's the closest that he can get to Billy, is going to be through Sam. And that would be an incredible connection. Get them back. And I would love to see her turn it on, absolutely, and join Stu in taking out people in the film as Ghostface. Look at that shot. Wiping off the blade in Ghostface fashion. I think it would be great. So personally, that's what I would like to see. I do. All right, let me catch up here. Where are we at? Let me catch up. I see some super chats coming in, guys. I see you. I'm coming. Okay. Oh, we had some more bots. Oh, gosh. I know. I'm sure you guys took care of that. I think Carrie, you're still here, I believe. And Amber, I'm not sure if Amber's still here or not. But I do see Carrie here 4 minutes ago. Let's see. So, Yep, one of you amazing moderators already took care of it. Alrighty, let's take a look. Ghostface Fanatic with a $10 super chat. Thank you, bro. Scream 3 is an underrated film. It gets a lot of hate because only one killer was revealed. But if you put the pieces together, there were 2 killers. Yes. Ghostface Fanatic, High Elder in the cult of Craven that you are, this toast is for you. $110, even though that's not really a number technically. But 110%, why not? Who cares? Yes, sir. It's so underrated. I always call it Scream 3, as I say that Scream 3 is the most misunderstood, is what I was trying to say, Scream film. And I think you could make an argument that it's the most misunderstood Wes Craven film of his career, period. So, yeah, I think that it's a great movie. It's fun. The rewatchable level is so great, and it has that Scooby-Doo feeling. Now, that's not a put down, because to me, Scooby-Doo is one of my most iconic favorite franchises since I was a kid. It's what got me into whodunits. Scooby-Doo is the reason I'm a Scream fan. That's where it started at. And Scream 3 has that rewatchability factor that is just fantastic. So I absolutely agree. I love Scream 3. And, it's all these Scream movies, they're so different. They're the same DNA, just like kids. You have siblings. They're all the same DNA. They're shared, but they're unique DNA also. There are things that make them different than their siblings. It's the same with these Wes Craven movies, all 4 of these Scream movies. And you're right, Ghostface Fanatic. For the longest, I still hear people, well, that movie is just so unbelievable. There's no way Roman could have done all that. And my response to that person is, you're absolutely right, because he didn't. Ghostface Fanatic, man, thanks for the super chat, buddy. And let's see here. We got Brett James Bishop with a $5 super chat. For Canada, man. Okay. Get him a Stew train ticket. Oh, Brett, That's awful generous of you. If he has one, then let him choose someone to give it to. Well, there you go. So, Canada Man, let me know if you have not gotten your Stew Train ticket, or if you don't have a Stew Train ticket. Let me know. And Brett has purchased one, and you get to choose someone else who doesn't have one to get it. So that's really awesome. So let me know. Thank you so much, Brett. Very, very cool. All right. Canada Man, I emailed you, never heard back. Really? I don't know what the deal is. So make sure you're emailing me. Canada Man, do you have Instagram or Twitter? Maybe your email got stuck up somewhere in my spam or junk folder. I'll have to look. But if you have Instagram or Twitter, let me know. I mean, that's where you can find me. In fact, for those of you who may not know, here, this is where you can reach me. Right there at the two bottom, especially. There's my ID for Instagram and Twitter. So Canada Man, if you're on either of those platforms, send me a direct message and just let me know that that who you are. It's you, obviously, and that you want your ticket, and I will get that to you. Not a problem. Excuse me. Not a problem. So Canada Man, you can go ahead and choose someone else if you'd like, because you are going to get a ticket. You do have a ticket coming already. And hang on a second. Let me get this off now. There we go. All right. Okay, he said, I only have email and text and Facebook, but Instagram or Twitter. Okay, not Instagram or Twitter. Got it. Okay. All right, so try this again, and I will look. Scary. Hold on a second. I'm putting this in the chat for you. Okay, this is my email. Send it again for me if you would, and I will check my spam folders and all of that. Yeah, Brett. It's $5. You're absolutely got it. You nailed it, man. And Jen had my back. Thanks, Jen. All right, let's take a look here. Got another super chat that's come in from Ghostface Fanatic for $5. Thank you, my friend. I like the bodyguard in Scream 3. He was pretty funny and was a great character. Parker Posey was the best, though. Her performance was second to none. Oh, dude. I completely agree, man. Patrick Warburton is the security guard there, and he was so great. What a great voice he has, too. Oh, my gosh. Yo, Dewdrop. Or Dewey. Dewdrop. Yeah, man. He was a great character, and he's also does a lot of voiceover acting. And if you guys were on the watch party for Bad Milo a few weeks back, I did Bad Milo. He's also in Bad Milo, so it's pretty cool. 100%, man. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. And I agree. Patrick Warburton. Warburton. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Let's take a look here. All right, got another super chat from Ghostface Fanatic, bringing the heat tonight. Scream 3 is my favorite. Okay, that's awesome, man. Especially the soundtrack. I'm obsessed with it. It's funny you say that, because just a day or two ago, I guess it was a couple days ago, whenever I was working on, Canada Man, I just got your inbox message from my Facebook Craven page. I got it. Got your message. So I will respond to you with a ticket later on. I do have it. So we're good to go, man. Good to go. So anyway, I was listening to the Scream 3 soundtrack just a few days ago, working on a video. Just had it cranking. And there are a lot of really good songs on that soundtrack. It's really good stuff. And I'm a big Creed fan. I was a Creed fan when they came out. I still love Creed. Scott Stapp, love his voice. And yeah, I just love hearing Creed jamming whenever they're in Cotton's condo. And we got What If is playing in there. I'm like, yeah, I always love that part. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. And that's your favorite. That's your favorite. That's awesome, man. I love to see when people change things up, and you see something like this, Ghostface, where, and hey, listen, I know my nephew. He's not a kid, by the way. Every time it's so funny. Like I know sometimes when you say like my niece or nephew, people think of little kids. And this guy, he's like almost 30 years old. But anyway, I showed him the Scream movies, and his favorite Scream movie is Scream 3. That's his number one. So you're not alone there, Ghostface Fanatic. I know at least one or more person, and probably more than that, that's their favorite one. Canada says, thanks so much. And tell the guy who gave it to me, thanks so much. Yeah, that was Brett. Brett James Bishop is the one, Canada man, that did that. So absolutely. You guys are so caring about one another, and, and so, just such a great community here. Anthony Creed, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. What if? I'll say I won't hurt your ears and try to sing it. Oh, let's see. What else do we got? I got so much chat. There's no way I'm going to be able to get to all these chats, guys. And I know you guys understand that, and I appreciate it. But that's why I always do these streams, because there's always another one that we can have more conversation. I am going to start winding down. Jen says, I throw up my hands. I give up. I tried. Uh-oh. Oh, Jen. I'm scared. I am going to start winding down. Just so you guys know, my voice is trying to start. It's getting weaker and weaker. So, hey, it's gone 2.5 hours almost. So, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give you guys 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to call it a night tonight, guys. I've had such a great time though, but I don't want to keep pushing my voice much further because it's literally giving out. Oh, Jen's mad at me. Oh no, sorry, Jen. Craven, stop it. Oh no. I know. I said I was going to go 2 hours. I did. I intended to only stay 2 hours. But, man, it's so hard to leave you guys. You're like, you make it so much fun. And I hate to leave you. I like to give you guys my time as much as I can. But I am winding down. I have my timers going as my voice is going as well. And so 5 minutes and I'm out. Don't worry, Jen. I shot him 6 times. Where did I see that? I don't know. Maybe I didn't see that. Jake says, I would have joined this stream. There's Killjoy Jake. But I absolutely passed out around. Dude, it's all right, bro. You needed to sleep, man. It's okay, buddy. No worries, man. Listen, there's going to be more opportunities. Trust me. So we'll do it, man. I'd love to have you on, but I'm winding down anyway right now. I've been on for almost 2.5 hours. So no worries, man. Appreciate you, Jake, for checking in. And I figured it was something like that. So you're good, man. John Cavho Craven, I hope you see this. I see you, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing other than saying hello, Jan. Hello, John. Scream 3 is so underrated. Yep, 100%. Yep, I saw him 6 times just screaming. Yeah, when we guys get done here, we definitely go check out Marcus. He was doing a watch party. Um, let's see here. Okay, we got us a super chat from Ghostface Fanatic for $5 super chat. Roman is my favorite Ghostface killer too. He was the smartest one in my opinion because he had a bulletproof vest and faked his own death. Yeah, he was sharp. Guy was very sharp. I think Roman sometimes is a little seems to be underrated as well. And maybe it's because he's in Scream 3 and there's a lot of people that just underrate that movie, as we talked about a minute ago. Unjustly, I think, because I think it's a great friggin' movie. But I agree. Roman's not my favorite Ghostface killer, but I respect your decision on why you feel that way. And I agree, he's one of the best. He's ruthless, man. Great. He's got all the qualities, that you want from a Ghostface. He shares qualities that Jill had. Master manipulator, brutal, smart. All those qualities that Jill had, who's one of my most favorite as well. Same with Billy and Stu. Those qualities are there. So that doesn't surprise me that he's your favorite because he's worthy of being talked about in that same breath. So thank you, man, and thank you for another super chat, man. Jay Charisma bringing in another super chat with $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Scream 3 had the best theme song by Creed. It's called This Is It. Yes, that is the Scream theme. And that song is only, at least as far as I know, it used to only be available on the Scream 3 soundtrack. That was not released on a Scream film. I'm a Scream film, sorry. That was not released on a Creed album. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I agree, Jay. I love that song. In fact, that's usually when I put the Scream 3 soundtrack on, that is usually where I start. It's usually where I start. Thanks for the super chat, my friend. Jake, I don't know if you're still here or not, but if you're still here, man, let me know. Oh, let's see. Oh, John says if it was Stu's birthday, they killed Marine on Stu's birthday. That's true. The party was technically his birthday party. Isn't that sad, man? That's exactly right. It's so true. That whole end scene party was literally Stu's birthday party. We just didn't, know it per se at the time. Yep. Conrad, yeah, man. I want to stop by and say hello. I'm moderator on Marcus' stream. Oh, understood. Now go back. Go moderate, man. It's all good, Conrad. No worries. Tell him I said hello, please. Brett James Bishop bringing in a $10 super chat. Thanks, man. Thanks for the distraction. My dad was diagnosed with dementia. Oh, no. After a hard fall, and head injury. He's been off for a while, but didn't expect this. The stream helped. You're great, and I love the Cravenites. Well, Brett, man, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. And man, geez, I really am. That's got to be tough. I lost my father. Your father hasn't passed away. I'm not saying that, but I can relate is what I mean in a way. Not exactly relate, but I know what it is to have a father who's got an illness you can't control. That's what I'm trying to say. So, man, I'm really sorry to hear that. I really am. If there's anything I can do at all, you just let me know. Okay? Reach out to me. We can chat about it. I can talk anytime. I'm a great listener. And if you ever want to talk, I'd love to. You just let me know. But in the meantime, I will be praying for your father and praying for all of your family, and that all of you guys will come together as a family, make you stronger, through this and be there for your dad. And I know you will, because if you didn't write this message, then you wouldn't have done this if you didn't care a lot about him. So, man, you just hang in there, buddy. One foot in front of the other, and one day at a time, man. Heck, 1 hour at a time sometimes. So you just hang tight, man. Persevere and let me know. Seriously. But I appreciate that this was some distraction for you. I'm very thankful for that. Get your mind off things for a little while. We all need to do that, especially when we get some life-impacting news like this. So, man, just again, I'm praying for you and your father. And thanks again for the super chat. But man, you're in my prayers, really. All right. Let's see here. Another super chat's popped in here. Anthony, what's up, Anthony? Yo, Cruven, chilling at work. Was gonna ask who you thought was a more iconic slasher. Ooh, Ghostface or Freddy? Wes blessed us with both. Yeah, he did. Wow. Well, man, why do you have to ask hard questions? Here's the thing. I think that I view them in a little different categories because I don't think of Freddy as a slasher, even though I know that it's basically in that grouping. However, I think that I differentiate these two as apples and oranges, and the reason I do that is because Freddy is a supernatural being. He's a supernatural thing, element, whereas Ghostface is 100% grounded in our reality here, human being, right? 100% flesh and blood. So I have to say, who's the best or who's the more iconic slasher? I'm going to say Ghostface. But who's the more iconic horror villain? I'm going to say it's Freddy. So that's may not be the answer you were looking for, but that's my answer. I just see them as separate. But hopefully that gives you an idea of where I'm coming from on that. And thank you so much, Anthony, for the super chat. And there you go. Yeah, it's kind of more apples and oranges. That's the only difference. If Freddy did not have that supernatural element, or if Ghostface had a supernatural element, either way, then it'd be I would rank them more on the same. But it's a great question, for sure. Let's see. John says, "Thank you, distraction. It was nice talking with you too." Okay, cool. Hey, listen, man. If we can come together as a community and, help each other, support each other, you guys know that is really what's most important to me over all of these things is that we are supporting each other and we are helping one another because life is hard, life is hard. And, bread is, there's a lot of things that remind us of that. And sometimes things happen at a distance where we're not directly involved or our family or our friends and loved ones aren't directly impacted, but our heart breaks for people. And like the whole Uvalde situation that happened in Texas, in my state yesterday, you guys, I know it's all over the news. You guys know it. That situation there. And then things also happen, though, that are close to home. When you get a notification about your dad with an illness, or like for me, when I got the notice that my dad had cancer, right? And these moments hit you, and life can be going so well and so seemingly on track, and it takes just one thing that completely disrupts everything. It turns you upside down. And these things happen. Now, that absolutely message me on Instagram. Thank you for asking. It's very sweet of you to ask. You're more than welcome to. Yeah, absolutely. Please do. Things happen, though. These things happen. Life happens to us. And it's in these moments where we have to pull. We have to pull together. And we need each other to help. We need each other to lift and support. Because there's days where some days you're not strong enough to make it. You know, you need to lean. And you need someone to help hold you up and push you through. And that's what I want this community to be and what I believe that it is. And it's because of all of you. It's because we come here understanding that as much as we love horror movies, which we do, that's what that bonds us together. As much as we love whatever's going on, videos, live streams, content, all these things, what matters more than any of this stuff are people. People matter the most. Relationships matter the most. Hey, Marcus, welcome, man. Thanks for joining. I hope you had a great stream earlier, man. Hope you had a good movie watch party. So, I guess my point all this is to say is you guys are amazing. And good night, Jen. You take care. Have a good night. Sleep well, and see you soon. But these are those moments in life where we need to be there and we need to lift each other up because relationships matter. Relationships matter more than theories. You know, they matter more than disagreements. They matter more than all of this stuff because life is full of these things. And if we can be, like for me, as a content creator, if I can create a place where you all can come and feel safe to share, safe to share your theories, your ideas, or your problems in life, this is what I want. And I crave for that so much. And I want nothing more than to be that place where you don't have to fear of being ridiculed or talked down to or any of these other things. You know, that's very crucial, and you guys know that. My moderators know that. This is the environment that I want at all times. So, anyhow, Brett with the $5 super chat. I'll thank Brett, man. You're being way, way too generous, man. You really made all the difference for me tonight. Thanks, bro. Oh man, I don't even have to say thank you. It's a done deal. Anything I can do, man. Thanks, Cravenites, and all of you. I really needed this and really appreciate it. Absolutely, my friend. I'm so happy you're a part of this family, and I mean that you're a part of the family. And again, don't hesitate, Brett, to take me up on what I mentioned earlier. You know how to reach me. You know how to reach me on social media, and that's it. We can talk anytime, okay? Seriously. And thank you so much. Heather says, thank you, Craven. You're one of the kind. So amazing. Your inspirational. Oh, well, thank you, Heather. That's very nice. Very nice of you to say that. Thank you. Marcus says, it was a blast. Thanks for stopping in and showing some love, my friend. Yeah, man. I would have watched the movie with you. I was getting ready to start this stream up. I said, oh, no. I at least had to jump in and say hi and let you know that I saw you there. I didn't forget about you there. And glad you see it, man. Glad you're jumping over. Glad it went well. Val says, you're the ones who lifted me up a couple of weeks back. You listened, talked through it with me, and yelled for, oh, thanks, Val. Listen, man, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. That one dude always read says, can't wait for the next live stream. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate that. We should do a live stream with Halloween ends. Oh, yeah. You know, I'll ask you that. I'll ask you guys that question. That one, I'm trying to think what's the shorter way to say your name? That one dude is always right. How about that one dude? Is that cool? If I call you that one dude? I mean, if you're cool with that, I'm going to start calling you that one dude. Who's always right. brings up a great question. So I'm making some plans for us on the channel for June and probably even into July. So I want to know if you guys would be up for doing a live watch party of Halloween, like 2018 or Halloween Kills. Let me know if you guys are down for that, because I've got some Scream watch alongs coming up. We haven't done Scream 2. We haven't done Scream 4 yet. And so we'll be watching the other two Scream films. And I'm thinking about doing Halloween, some of the Halloween watch parties. So, Halloween Ends is coming out here at the end of the year. So might be a good time to do some Halloween watch parties. I haven't done one with you guys yet on that. So, Craven, sorry if I brought them. No, you didn't bring the mood down, man. Of course not. No. Listen, man, we talk movies, we do theories, but we do life. We do life together too, man. So, okay, one dude is fine. Okay, one dude. Got it. That's your name. Conrad says, thank you for giving me such a career. Where's my problem? Let's battle with cancer. You're such a great person. Oh, Conrad. Man, listen. I understand the cancer battle, man, very well. Far more, much more well than I wish. So, listen, man, anything I can do is what it's about. You're more than welcome. It's not even a thing, man. But thank you. I appreciate that. Marcus says, I said the same thing when I saw we were going live at the same time. I made a point to return the love. Yeah, well, I'm glad you did, man. It's great to see you pop in. Nanette says she's down for a Halloween watch party. Cool. All right. Heather says, heck yeah. Okay, all right, good. Great. All right. All right, guys, let me do a quick check here and make sure I didn't miss anything. And I believe it's about that time. We're almost at that time, ladies and gents. Conrad says, heck yeah, let's do this Halloween watch party. Okay. Val says, I'm all over. Oh, I know Val's all over it. Val might just be our resident channel Halloween queen. What do you think, Val? You like that? Our channel's Halloween queen. Oh, listen, one dude, don't worry. No. That's not. I don't do the zombie ones, bro. So you don't have to worry about that. Ghostface Fanatic says he's down for that. All right, man. Brett's in. Brett's on board. Yeah. Oh, Amber says I actually get notifications on my new phone. Good. So I won't be missing so many streams. Good. Excellent. Halloween watch party. All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will look at my calendar for June and see what I've got open and available as I start to schedule people and schedule streams. And I will make sure that we get on board, or on the schedule, I should say, for some Halloween current trilogy watch party. Have you done a Scream 96 watch party? I did a Scream 96 party. It was for a little bit. It's been a while, though, Ghostface. It was back when Nancy Ann Ritter joined and we watched it. That was probably in March. I'm thinking it was March. I have to go back and look. So, yeah, it's been a while. So I think, but you know what? Here's the thing. That's okay. Because I mean, you guys, listen, is there ever a wrong time to watch Scream 96 again? I mean, we could do a watch party of that every month, and that would never get old. I mean, so I am down for watching Scream 96 again. If you guys are. If you guys are. So let me know if you guys are down for that. I know Ghostface Fanatic is. Conrad says, "Yep, I'm all in on that." Okay. So I want to do watch parties that you guys want to see, that you're going to come and show up and be a part of, because that's what makes it fun. See you, Amber. Have a good night. I'm getting ready to end. I know Val's here. I still got Val. I don't know if Carrie's still here or not. I think she might be here. Take care, Amber. Appreciate you, as always. Anthony says, "Yo, Craven, I'll get on the MacBook this weekend and become a member." Oh, awesome, man. Been on the phone this week. Awesome. Thanks, Anthony. Well, I appreciate that very much. I would love for you to come into the inner circle of the cult of Craven and be a Cravenite. That's awesome, Anthony. Thanks for all your support. And I'll be looking for you this weekend. Hey, in fact, this, you know what? I have something to tell you guys. I don't think I've shared this just yet. Oh, I mean, I've posted it because you've probably seen it. You love that. You love that title, Val. You got it. So Val is officially my channel resident queen of Halloween. You got it, Val. That's all yours. Let's see. I have an announcement to make, and let me upload the picture so that it'll be a much more powerful thing to look at. This Saturday night, in 2 days or 3 days, the 28th, I'm having a watch party here on the channel, guys. And it's open for everyone to come. You don't have to be a channel member for the watch party. And I would love for you guys to make plans now to come for. You ready for it, guys? It is a Night of the Creeps. Look at there. Night of the Creeps watch party. And it's happening Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central. It's part of the Guilty Pleasure Movie Club, which me and Carrie Crave Cinema, Nightwatch Zone, Killjoy Jake, Destination Station, Carbonite Jedi, Jack Stannis, The Bearded Entertainment, I think that's everybody. We're all in this club. And so be sure that you guys make plans now to come and and attend this watch party. It's happening again Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. If you've never seen Night of the Creeps, it is one of my guilty pleasures. I'm hosting it this month, and this is one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies. And it is awesome. It's from 1986, and it has got Tom Atkins right there as the star. And it is so much fun. It's campy. It's going to be great. So it's 9:30 Central. That's 10:30 p.m. Eastern. If you're in Eastern time zone, it's 10:30 Central time. This is where I'm at, 9:30. So, guys, I hope you will make plans now to come. In fact, if you guys all go, okay, so Nanette, Nanette, it's going to be 10:30 your time because you're an hour ahead. You're on the Eastern. So at 10:30 p.m. Nanette, your time is when we'll start. And I hope you guys all be there. I see a lot of people saying that you're going to be there. And yeah. Oh, thanks, Amber. I sure will. After this live stream ends, I'm not doing any more live streams until Saturday night here on the channel. It's going to be a couple of days, no streaming. But I will be doing a video tomorrow and a video Friday. So you're going to get content. We just won't be streaming. It's my last stream for until Saturday night. But I hope you guys will all come to the watch party. And guys, listen, when I get done here, because I know there's like still like almost 40 people here, that live stream is on the front page of my channel. It's already set up. So if you go and look, you'll see it saying, Night of the Creeps watch party. If you wouldn't mind when going there and hitting the thumbs up button on the live stream, on the watch party link, and also setting a reminder. That's a one way to help remember to come Sunday or Saturday night. And I see here, I got a couple of super chats coming in here. Okay, guys, before we get to the super chats, I see a lot of you saying that you're going to be there. I'm seeing them happen all over the place here. So I'll tell you what, guys, since you're going to be there, I promise you I'll be there. All right, guys, get it up. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for coming on Saturday night. Extron says I'll be there. Absolutely. And hey, real quick, guys, if someone's joining late, let me just tell you, it's because I have a voice that is trying to go out on me. So hang in there. But before I do these, I see 2 super chats. But first, I want to say, I saw this comment from Young Boy. It says, "Hey, Craven, I'm new to the channel. I watched Jimmy Champagne. He sent me here. Love the content. Keep it up." Well, that's awesome. I'm just curious, Young Boy, did he give a shout out to me in a video, or I love Jimmy Champagne. He's a great guy. Great content. I'm just curious. I'm really curious about your comment. Just let me know. If you wouldn't mind, leave me just type a comment and let me know how he sent you here. Was it through a video shout out, or I'm just curious. I'd love to know. But thank you either way. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I'm on here quite a bit, and I love talking Halloween, and I love talking Scream. So welcome to the channel. All right. Okay, now I see that Tori just joined. Welcome, Tori. Good to see you. Craven, can you follow me on Instagram? Yeah. Extron, do me a favor, because man, I'm balancing a lot of stuff. It gets a little crazy. So do me a favor and just shoot me an instant message on Instagram, a DM, and I'll definitely follow you, of course. Absolutely. All right, a couple of super chats have come through. My good friend Marcus, man, you're so generous, Marcus. Thank you, buddy, with the $5 super chat. Halloween watch parties. I'll be there. Oh, we just did this song. What do you think of the Dr. Mathis character in Ends? Does he have a bigger role than we think? It's a great question, Marcus, because with this 4-year time gap, or this time jump, it really does make things difficult to predict on that front, because I just don't know. I think it's real possible that we're going to have him in a larger role. And to me, it really just depends on how they're going to explain where Michael's been for 4 years. Has he been living underground in the caves, like Cave Dweller, the working title? Has he been, where's he been? And is it going to lead into some type of showing control over Michael as they've done in the past with Dr. Wynn and the Thorn cult? What are we going to see happen there with relation to this trilogy and Michael and Dr. Mathis? I'm very curious about it. I think he could play a bigger role than a lot of us think. And it's good to me. It all hinges, man. Honestly, if there was no 4-year gap, I would say no. My gut instinct would be no. But the fact that you throw in this whole 4-year time jump, anything's possible. And how are they going to explain Michael's existence? Is he locked back up? Maybe we see that the movie starts off and they capture Michael at the end of Kills. He kills Karen. What if they end up capturing him and they lock him up, and then he's in Smith's Grove or he's in another facility again, and then Dr. Mathis could be doing all kinds of weird stuff. Who knows? But it really does just depend on what they're going to do to explain the 4-year gap. But great question, man. And I'd love to hear your comments. Well, let's talk about that, because I think that you could write it with either way right now. The 4-year time jump is it throws a curveball. Ghostface Fanatic coming in with a $5 super chat. What about a 1974 Texas Chainsaw watch party? That's another possibility, man. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. We could certainly kind of get a feel from everyone, and if you guys want to do a TCM 74 watch party, yeah, I would be open to doing that. I would. That movie is, it's like watching Wes Craven. Well, not exactly like. It's different than Wes Craven's Last House on the Left, but it's that same, the way it's shot, the way it looks, it is so grimy, and it's very effective, okay? I'll tell you that. It's very, very effective. Oh, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. Okay, young boy. I showed up on your YouTube. Okay. And you're always watching him, but you showed up recommended. Oh, that's nice. Rock on. Well, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Appreciate having you here. Good deal. Good deal. All right, guys. Let me see. I don't think I've missed any super chats. So I've been on exactly 3 hours. Okay. Just clicked over to 3 hours. Brett says, I'm so excited for the watch party on Saturday. Part of my 3-day weekend. Fantastic. That's right. And for anyone who joined late, Brett is referring to our watch party right here on the channel for Night of the Creeps from 1986. So be sure, guys, again, just do me a favor if you don't mind. And when we're done going over to that video and smashing the thumbs up button on it, just so that more people can find out about it. Because right now, it only has 4 thumbs up right now. That's it, just 4. There's a link to it. Let me take off this picture. Sorry. Young boy says, how do you become a Cravenite? Great question. So, young boy, you can do it real simple. All you have to do, and you can actually do it right here on the live stream if you wanted to tonight. We've already had someone join tonight on the live stream. And all you need to do is click the join button. There should be a button right next to subscribe, and it says join. If you click that button, it should give you it will give you rather the 5 levels of membership, and all of them, you become a Cravenite with all of those, and your name turns green, as you see here from our Cravenites in the chat that have green names, and yeah, you'll be able to participate in our Cravenite only watch parties that we do once a month. Only members are invited. So it's a lot of stuff. And I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff too as the months go and into the summer. But anyway, that's how you do it. And just to make it super simple also, by the way, we're up to 7 likes. So thank you guys. I see three of you have already hit the thumbs up button over there on Night of the Creeps. Appreciate it. And Brett, I've also left a comment. Awesome. Thank you. The bots are back. Oh, get him, Amber. Or get him, Val, rather. Val got him. Val says, I'm all over it. To make it simple for you, though, I'm going to do this. Give me 1 second. Because I found a way that I actually have a direct link for it. So I try to make things as simple as I can make them and when I can. All right. So, hold on a second. Where did we go? Here we go. All right. So young boy, here we go. Sorry, it's taking me a second, but this link right here, if you click this link, that takes you directly to the membership join page. So either way works. And if you don't see it on your phone for some reason, it'll be there on laptop. If you have a personal computer, it definitely shows up on a computer in a web browser. But if it doesn't show up for some reason on your phone, try using your Safari app or whatever internet browser you use for your phone, and you can hopefully that link will work for you. But anyway, appreciate you. Thank you for asking. I'd love to have you in the inner circle of the Cult of Craven. Val says, no worries, guys. I'm on the watch. You absolutely. I'm never worried. My moderators are amazing. You guys know you are, Val and Jen and Carrie and Maverick and Bearded and everybody else. All my mods. You guys are such awesome people. But guys, I think that's going to be it. I think we're going to call it a night. If anybody has any burning questions or anything else you want to get in, I'll go. If you want to send in any super chats, I'll go for maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. But if not, don't worry about it. We can call it a night. I'll go for maybe another 2 minutes. And if there's no super chats in the next 2 minutes, then we'll shut it down. Did you see this other tune that Marcus is? Oh no. So Marcus, I don't know if Marcus is still here or not, but so Val, it looks like Marcus's stream was hit pretty hard. Man, I tell you, these bots are just relentless. I'm telling you, they do not mess up. Oh, Ghostface Fanatic. Yeah, man. That guy on the poster is Tom Atkins, who is in Halloween 3. Yes, Halloween 3. That's him. Yes, indeed. And Canada Man says, good night, Craven. I want to say I'm thinking of starting a YouTube. Thanks to you. You're the man. Hey, all right. Listen, man, do it, Canada Man. Go for it. Okay? Go for it. There's no reason to wait, to procrastinate. Don't let anything stop you. Doubt, fear, anything else. You do it and be passionate about it. And let me know if you decide to launch it. And I'd love to check out your video and your first video and be happy to give you any feedback if you'd like it. That's awesome, Candyman. And Brett James Bishop. Oh, Brett. Man, thank you, buddy, for a $2 super chat. And we're going to end it right here. Brett's going to shut us down. Go rest your voice. Thank you, man. Thanks again for everything. Brett, thank you, man. And again, seriously, lifting up your dad, lifting you all up. Keep your chin up. And I know that you're going to be there for your dad. So you just keep pushing forward. And guys, before I say goodnight, I also want to mention that Brett James Bishop has an Indiegogo fund. I was going to say Indiegogo going, but that just didn't sound right. An Indiegogo active for his Halloween fan film that he's working on, and it's only open for 3 more days. So if you would, I would encourage you all, if you haven't already, to go to Brett James Bishop's YouTube channel. Just click, just click his name and go to his channel, subscribe, and then you'll see a trailer there where you can watch his trailer for the movie. And it looks great. I'm excited about it. So please go do that. And if you're able to donate, to his fan film, go for it. I know he'd really appreciate it. He's got a lot of stuff lined up, and I know it's going to be good. I can already tell. So go check out the trailer and check out his Indiegogo. And if your heart is moved to do so, then support him if you can. Anything, every amount counts. I know that. When you're doing YouTube or you're doing fan films, you're doing any project that's worthwhile and worth making, and putting all of your hard-earned work and time into, every single dollar helps. Just like here, all you guys, your generosity helps so much for me to continue moving forward with this channel. So thank you guys. And Val, I see your message here. Where'd it go? You need to rest your voice. It's getting rough again. Yeah, I know. It is. I'm at 3 hours and 10 minutes, and it says my voice is telling me I'm done. I'm checking out, boss man. I'm out. All right, guys. Yep, you too. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Anthony. Everybody, I want to say thanks again so much for everyone. You're all amazing. For all of you who donated tonight to the channel, thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you who were here, thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, want to thank everyone who's joined as a channel member today. We've had 2 new members today join, and we had one join this morning on the morning stream, and that was Cody. Cody joined this morning, and we had another member join right here tonight on the stream, and I finding you. Where are you? Oh my gosh. Where are you at? I don't want to give the wrong name because I got so excited that well, let me just say, I'm looking for it. Well, I got 3 hours of chat. I'm trying to scroll through. But listen, you know who you are. I know who you are. I just don't have your name in front of me. But I will have you on my next slide. So on my video that I have up tomorrow, I'll be putting up videos tomorrow, a Halloween video, by the way, and I will have you on the slide because I appreciate you so much. And just because I want to get it right, I do not want to get it wrong. I'm going to go right now. Give me 1 second because this is important to me. I don't just take you for granted. I want you to know how important all of you are, and all of my channel members who are coming aboard. Alejandro de Santiago, of course. Alex joined tonight, and Cody joined this morning. That's it. So thank you guys so much. And Nanette says, I just subscribed to your channel, Brett. Perfect. Good night, Nanette. You take care, and sweet dreams to you too. Much love to you too, Conrad, everyone. Canada man, go rest. Keep talking. You keep talking to go rest. All right, guys. And Richard, So sorry, man. We're about to shut down. Oh, I know, man. I know. If I wasn't losing my voice out, I'd keep going. But I know better. If I keep going, I won't have a voice at all tomorrow. Then I can't make a video to get to on the channel. So, all right, guys. Richard, I'll catch you on the next one, my friend. And for everyone else, thank you. Have a wonderful Thursday and a wonderful Friday if I don't talk to you before then. And I'll see you all, hopefully, Saturday night for the watch party of Night of the Creeps, 9:30 Central Time. And until then, I'll see you there, my friends. Good night, everyone. Appreciate you all. Until next time.